That's unbelievable.
Wow.
Hey, Kenzie feeling good today, man.
You know,
Athleticism.
well, you guys thought you were the athletes on the panel. It's actually me. It's sorry. Well, last week, all of you guys doubted me, and you guys all picked Rams, right?
We did.
The Niners won. Came out with it. I love McCaffrey. I'm proud of you, the only healthy guy in the Niners. But we can get into the show now. I'm done gloating. So, you are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog.
Whoa.
My name is Kinsey, and I am your host. And today, joining me, we have the most fun crew. I love you, boys. One of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media, and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless. Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib, Talib.
Woo. Yeah.
All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler defensive tackle, and one of the most disruptive D tackles of this generation, Gerald McCoy. 4-time Pro Bowler, and the man you want having your back at all times, Richie Incognito.
Let's go, baby.
Woo. Okay, so we have a super fun show today. We are going to be talking the Broncos comeback, beating the champs, Dylan Gabriel start, the Ravens 1-4 start, which is brutal, and so much more. So there are no longer any undefeated teams like in the league right now, which is fun. Stephon Diggs last night went for 146 yards against his old team and said it was personal. Richie, how surprised are you that the Patriots pulled off the upset last night in Buffalo?
Man, what a win by the Patriots. They went into hostile territory, Buffalo. It's tough to win. Sunday Night Football in Buffalo. Patriots showed a lot of grit in this one. You know, uncharacteristic loss for the Buffalo Bills. Riding a 13-game win streak, scoring 30 points a game. They came in and they killed themselves. Those 2 first-half fumbles were very uncharacteristic. They're usually taking the ball away, not giving the ball away. I thought the Josh Allen fumble down in the red zone was kind of their final nail in the coffin, but Drake May, what a game. 13 of 14 passing in the second half, 184 yards. Diggs took it very personal. 10 catches, 146 yards. Diggs is the first wide receiver for the Patriots to go back-to-back 100-yard games since Tom Brady and Julian Edelman.
Yes, sir.
That is good company to be in. I thought Drake May looked like Josh Allen at the end of that game. He's got guys draped all over him. He completes the ball. Big win for the Patriots. Statement win. I think there's a lot that they could build off this.
Definitely. They evolved as a team a little bit in Buffalo, man. Diggs that made that combo right there. Like you said, it's their second game in a row playing to that level right there. So I like it, man. It's crazy turnovers. It was just in the air on Sunday, man. It was something in the air on Sunday. It was guys getting popped left and right, Skip?
Yep.
Hey, they was getting popped left and right, baby. We're going to get to these Broncos in a minute.
You can't wait.
Hey, I can't wait, Skip.
Although I think you're a little premature with that jersey you got on
Hey,
today.
what's up, Bo?
Yeah.
What's up, Bo?
Oh, you're going to jinx him.
Nah, ain't no such thing as jinx.
Right.
Not with guys like Bo.
Yeah.
But, you know, Drake May played an awesome game, man. He played an awesome game. Like
did.
you said, it was Josh Allen-like, man. And he led them. Vrabel, they got a great leader. Only way you go get a win like that is if you got a great leader. And Vrabel had them boys ready to play. And the Patriots always play good in Buffalo, man. That's a place where they go. They go play. You got some places where you just go and you feel comfortable as a team, as an org, something in the air where you just like to go play there. And Buffalo is one of those places for New England. So I like it.
What Drake May was able to do is he sent a statement to everybody around the league. We talked about Bo Nix being the top 5 quarterback in the next 2 years or whatever. And I said he might not even be the best quarterback in his class.
Golly.
And I talked about Jaden Daniels. Drake May said, wait, hold up. Hold up. I got something to say about that too. But more so than what they did, and like Aqib said, it's about culture. Once you introduce a certain culture, you take on the identity of your head coach. And we we see Mike Vrabel play, and we see how he coached. And this team has taken on the identity of him. But more so than that, everybody's been giving the Eagles a hard time about squeaking through wins. But nobody was mentioning the Buffalo Bills, how they've been squeaking through wins. They've been squeaking by getting these wins.
With an easy schedule, too.
And they've won, the teams they beat have won 3 games combined. 3 games combined. And I think last night we seen that they're human. You know, I don't care if you got them favorite to win the Super Bowl or whatever. They got a lot of flaws that need to be fixed. And they shined through last night. And that this division is not just Buffalo's just going. Patriots, they put people on notice. So that was a good win. That's actually a great win, a road win. That's a tough place to play. I played there, Key played there. You played for them, so you know that's a great win, especially for Drake May. I think they have found their quarterback of the future, and he's extremely talented. So I'm excited for the future.
I want to talk about the Patriots' leader, who is not the quarterback, it's the receiver. And I want to talk about the head coach of the Patriots, who replaced the man that you know very well, who most people proclaim the greatest coach ever. But let's start with Diggs. He played possessed last night, but serene possessed. And it shocked me because we've all seen, you guys have all been around, we've talked about it on the show, going back to where you came from. And you go back on a mission to show them how wrong they were. And it can self-destruct because you come out with uncontrollable rage that just eats you alive, and you try to do too much too fast, and you're dropping balls and you're overamped, and he was just serenely amped. And you could tell in the pregame interview that he did for NBC on the field, and he was just ready.
Yeah, he was.
And it was personal ready in a great way. And I think it really rubbed off on a team around him that has a lot of young, unproven players. And man, he just from the first ball he caught, he's the one who sent a message to the Bills and to his own quarterback. I got you. I got this. I'm going to take this game over. And he took it over playing inside of himself, within himself in a great way. And then the scene that NBC showed that gave me goosebumps was Vrabel, which he does. He stands at the top of the tunnel outside the locker room, and he hugs every single guy, even the special teamers. He's hugging everybody. And he's got some Belichick in him. As he said after the game, I don't know what they think of me. Maybe during the week they think I'm an asshole. Well, they probably do. But he undercuts that by standing at the top of the tunnel and hugging everybody because it's coming from tough love. Love. Bill didn't love. I know you connected with him, but a lot of guys didn't. But he was Bill Belichick, so he sort of got away with that. That's the way he motivated by fear, I think, right? Wasn't everybody just afraid he's going to cut your ass? You know, like.
I mean, he was strict, you know, but I think he did love, though. He get a rap.
I think he loved you.
He loved a lot of people. I've seen him in the whole building, but
I don't think Tom ever thought that Bill loved him. I don't think he did. If you saw Tom's roast when he brought down the house at the end, boy, he went after Belichick in the end.
Yeah.
And it felt personal.
I mean, that's the roast. That's the roast.
I know, but it just felt like he was going to get his old coach.
He had his own way. He got his own. Put it like this. He got his own way to show his love. You know what I'm saying? So he did.
Okay, so Bill, after Tom left, 4 years, had one playoff game, and it was at Buffalo against Josh Allen, and it was 37-17. And Bill's defense, the vaunted Belichick defense, never made Josh's offense punt the whole day. It's like the immaculate game. You know, it's a perfect game. Never punted. 37-17. And then Vrabel goes in there last night, and I thought that was an early statement for Vrabel's new regime to go in there and get a win against that group on that field, against that crowd, hyped. It was just, it said a lot about Vrabel. It said a lot about Stephon Diggs. And then ultimately, to me, to your point, it said something about Buffalo because, yeah, we watched them on opening, was it Sunday night, when they're up 40-25 early in the fourth quarter. The Ravens were at Buffalo, 40-25, and then the defense collapsed. And we're all saying, what was that? Like it was just some aberration. It was just some one-off, right? It wasn't.
We know now.
It wasn't a one-off. They collapsed and lost 41-40 because something's really wrong. And we're going to talk about it in just a couple of minutes here. But something went wrong. And then Buffalo, they beat the Jets and the Dolphins and the Saints. To your point again, and what?
Yeah.
And what? Who are they? Are they really that good? Because they're not. And Josh is going to have to be careful because he's fallen into that trap of trying to live up to his hype. So he feels like he has to make 5 spectacular viral plays a game where he's going to run around and heave it sidearm, falling down 70 yards for a touchdown. And listen, the one thing Tom Brady showed us year after year after year, you better be able to do the boring little things relentlessly, consistently, or you're not going to win at this level the grand prize. You're not going to win the grand prize if you can't do the little things consistently. And as you said, I mean, he throws a pick, but that was really a better defensive play to me than, it wasn't a terrible idea, but then the fumble, you just can't, you can't. And as Josh, he owned it afterwards. He said they turned it over 3 times. If you turn it over 3 times in an NFL game, you're probably going to lose. And they did at home and let a team in their division make a statement.
I think that's Josh Allen's game, though. You know what I'm saying? He always play like that. That's just how he play. He run with the ball out. He throw the ball back across the field. So you win some, you lose some. You got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? He don't play safe like Tom. He don't take the quick throws and just work his way downfield. And that's not his game. You know what I'm saying? That's not how he won MVP. So he going to have another 2, maybe 3 games like this year. So,
he probably will.
Yeah, so I mean, that's okay. 12-5, 13-4. That's not a bad record, you know what I'm saying? So,
but are you
he'll be
impressed
all right.
with him so far? Because I'm not.
I am impressed with him. He's been dropping 30 a game. It's the National Football League. We could say bad teams, good. I don't give a damn about none of that. It's the league. Every Sunday, you better prepare and you better show up to play that game or you will get embarrassed. It's simple as that.
Are you calling the Bills pretenders?
No, they're not pretenders. They're just overrated from what we thought because they were undefeated coming in, and a lot of people.
I wouldn't say they're overrated, man. It's.
You still have Super Bowl contenders with Buffalo Bills.
I mean, I ain't never have them Super Bowl contenders. You got to beat Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
You got to show me something first. But I think they're a good football team. Every team is going to come out and have those days where, damn, we turned the ball over 3 times, we lost the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not super worried about the Bills, man. They defense. They never had the top defense in the league. They always give up points. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why Josh won MVP.
Yeah,
exactly. So he gonna play spectacular, just score his buckets, and he'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of close personal relationships in Buffalo, and now is not the time to panic. They came out and they killed themselves in the first half, and this isn't what we're used to seeing, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of slow and grindy, and the Patriots kept hanging around, low scoring. And then I was expecting to see what we saw in the second half against Baltimore. Josh Allen just keep gunning, keeping him in the game, right? Their defense isn't world class, but when you have Josh Allen on the field and he has that S on his chest, you always have a chance to win.
Yep.
Patriots played it well last night. They played in Vrabel's image, in the Patriot way image. And I would agree with Skip that Vrabel's a little new school Patriot way.
Yeah.
Not all the doom and gloom, hey, you suck, we're going to go get a receiver from Foxborough High School to do this.
That's true.
He loves them up. I think he's a good motivator. I think he gets them going. And you saw that. That was a gritty win last night. Stephon Diggs coming back in the building. I bet Bills fans are looking at him saying, I wish we had that Stephon Diggs. We had a great Stephon Diggs, but little crazy in the locker room, kind of a lot going on. But for him to respond like that and come back and show poise, and as a receiver, it's tough to come back and play with that juice. As a corner, as defensive lineman, as offensive lineman, we can go out there and beat someone's ass. As a receiver, kind of got to be the quarterback. You got to keep a level head. You got to play at a high level. I think Diggs looked great last night. And let's talk about Drake May. I mean, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't pretty, but he was able to make the plays.
Some of them throws he made.
Oh, some of those throws he made were phenomenal.
Yeah.
The last one.
The last one was great. I mean, they were in a position. It all came down to them, and the whole world's watching. And can they make a drive to go get the win? And they got it done. So hats off to the Pats.
And the last thing I want to add is the scariest part is, after last week's game, they asked Stephon Diggs, "What is your comfortability in this offense?" He said around a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then the following week he do this.
He goes off.
What does coach say though?
I'm saying.
If coach says some Bill Belichick say, well, his ass needs to study more.
He needs to study.
What I'm saying is, whether it was his comfortability in this or he needs to study more, he said that, his coach said this, and then we get this result.
He balled out.
That's the scary part of this offense is it's just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a scary part, but
I'm talking about
they had a good
everybody else.
weekend.
Well, I think the one thing about McDaniel's offense is, obviously we had him in Las Vegas. I didn't play for them, but all my boys were on the team. McDaniel's has this massive offense that he's curated with Tom Brady for 15, 20 years.
Yep.
And so he has this massive, massive offense, all code worded. You saw it, all the code words, sword, lance, getting out, playing quick. And I really think it's tough. It was really tough for the Raiders in Vegas to pick up McDaniel's offense. It was tough for Derek Carr to pick up this offense in one season. So, Diggs saying he's uncomfortable in the offense, and then Vrabel calling him out, and then you respond like this. This was a statement win for these boys because they proved that they're the giant slayer. You go into Buffalo, you beat them on Sunday Night Football, you can beat anybody on any given Sunday. And I think that's what confidence that they could take out of this.
So the one game I can't figure out through 5 weeks so far is game number 1 for the Patriots at home. They lost to the Raiders. They lost to the Raiders.
That's who they going to be.
Yes.
You play a rival, your coach had you feeling great throughout the week, you come out and play like that. But when you're not a good football team, you ain't not going to play your rivals every week. You know what I'm saying? So,
So you're not convinced.
It's just regular.
Yeah.
8-9 team, middle of the pack team. They ain't gonna be in the playoffs.
It's opening day too. Like the preseason, we used to play all those games and all that. Now the preseason, you play a little bit, then you hit the ground. You might see some good stuff. You might see some bad stuff. It's opening day, but you don't really find it. You got to get your stride. So
the Raiders snuck that one on him in week 1. The Raiders definitely snuck that one on him. Geno went in there and played lights out, didn't turn the ball over. A couple busted coverages in the back end. We had some guys running wide open, so they cleaned that up. They got Christian Gonzalez back now, and I think he makes a huge difference. He's a baller, right, Aqib?
Yeah, he's a baller.
He's a baller.
Sure.
Well, something must have clicked with Diggs because he hadn't in 2 years gone for 100 yards, and now the last 2 games he goes for over 200 yards, or 100, over 100 yards. So
targets, man.
Something clicked with the offense with him. So hopefully that continues. I want to see Diggs go off. He's fun to watch. That toe catch on oh my God, he was vertical.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Beautiful.
But let's move on to some drama. We got some drama that happened this weekend that was crazy news. Former NFL quarterback and analyst for Fox, Mark Sanchez, on Sunday was officially charged with battery, public intoxication, and unlawful entry of a vehicle. So they have video footage of Mark being the aggressor and attacking a truck driver, and the truck driver, to defend himself, stabbed him multiple times. So very intense situation. This was in Indy this past weekend, so obviously he couldn't be an analyst the next day. Richie, what's your reaction to Mark Sanchez this weekend?
Man, just like that Bills loss, this is very uncharacteristic for Mark Sanchez. He must have been on one in Indy. The reports come out and say that he had been drinking. He was doing wind sprints in the alley behind the hotel, and for some reason, he got it in his head that he's going to go beat the shit out of a 69-year-old man.
Yep.
And the more that comes out about this, the weirder and weirder it gets. I get he was drunk and he's having a good time, but to attack somebody like that, to attack an old man like that, and to give him the laceration on the face, he's lucky he only got stabbed. I mean, I've been in a ton of fights. There's no way I'm going to kick the shit out of Skip. I'm not going to beat Skip up, right?
There is a way. There's a big way.
There's nothing that's going to come out of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail, and you're getting a bag of money. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where this is a crazy situation. I know Sanchez. I've been around
Although
him a lot.
I wouldn't pepper spray you. I will tell you that.
Whoa.
I wouldn't try that.
I mean, he's lucky. You know, he got stabbed. I mean, he's lucky. I know this was kind of a wild incident, and now he's been charged with felony charges. So this is not going away. This isn't, you know, probation. You know, you pay a couple of fines, and this is going away.
No.
Just a real odd situation. I think that there's going to be more that comes out about this. But, yeah, don't beat up
the
old
fact
people.
that they said it was alcohol, but he was doing wind sprints.
That's what I
Alcohol
was just
making
thinking.
you do
I'm
that?
like, oh,
I mean, no, probably
what
wasn't
window?
opioids involved in it,
Yeah,
but
you should
I say
say-
it is a way that you go beat the shit out of a 69-year-old man, and it's because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You put it like this: when you calling these games, you travel on a Thursday, go to practice on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then we don't got shit to do Saturday for real. So me and my dog Gus, we used to sit at the bar and get loaded. Like, you know what I'm saying? We used to chill and get to know each other with the crew. We used to be with the crew, and it's just a good time. You know what I'm saying? We sit down at the bar and we had drinks and stuff. So it's an unfortunate situation. You know, Sanchez didn't start out, I'm going to beat the shit out this dude. He just had no idea. That's why he was running ring sprints outside, because he was blackout fucking drunk. He don't know what the hell he was doing, and I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I done had a DB night for the Bucks and got on the bus perfectly fine. And it was DB night, and I had to pay, and it was shots, and boom, I woke up in jail. Like, damn, what'd I do? You feel me? So I have no idea. It happens, bro.
What did you do?
What'd you do?
I socked a cab driver.
You socked a cab?
How old was the cab driver? We need to
I don't know
know.
how old he was, but he was driving when I socked him.
Because of what?
No, it ain't allegedly. The shit happened. He already.
Okay, did he
that shit
say-
is over and done with. You
Did
know
he
what I'm
say
saying?
something to you to start it, or
Skip?
you don't remember?
I was blackout drunk,
Okay,
Skip.
all right.
I heard that I was on the phone. This is what I heard. I was on the phone. I was being loud, and he kept telling me, "Hey, shut up! Hey, bring it down." I told him, "Hey, try this motherfucking cab before I sock the shit out you."
Okay.
I got on the phone. I still was loud, belligerently drunk.
Yeah.
He told me to be quiet again. I took off on him. Skip, I was sitting behind him. I took off on him. It was two of my teammates was in the cab with me. So that's how I know the story.
Did they grab you, or you don't remember?
Well, they ain't grabbed me before I socked him,
Yeah.
and then he pulled to the side. He got out. He started walking, and he called the police. Shit.
Okay.
I woke up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Good thing he had no knife and stabbed me
That's
up, and then
true.
I take the knife from him and slit his jaw in half. So
Yeah.
it could have been worse. But I mean,
have.
the shit happened, man. The shit happened. We football players. We had
What was the end of that? How did you? What
he
price
ended up
did you have
suing
to
me.
pay?
He ended up
Okay.
suing me. He asked for season tickets.
No way.
I gave him about $100,000 and some season tickets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay.
And then
You
I
could
got
talk me,
suspended
Aqib.
for
I'll
a
take
game.
that.
I got suspended for one game.
Okay.
So that was one time. It's been more than one time now, Skip, but that was one time where I woke up in jail like, fuck, what the fuck I did? He was like, man, I heard you punch the cab driver. And I really was like, oh, shit, thank you. Because it could have been something like this, right?
I understand.
It could have been a
Yep.
lot worse, man.
Could have been.
I just hate the fact that it happened to Mark. He a good guy, you know what I'm saying? Probably had some pain pills along with the alcohol,
Maybe.
his back hurting or some shit.
Could be.
Knees, shoulders, you know.
Could be.
You mix them opioids with that alcohol and shit. Next thing you know, you wake up blacked out. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunate situation, man. I hope both parties just make it through it.
Mine will be quick. Prayers out to old school.
Definitely.
Everything that happened, man. God bless you and your family. I don't want anything further to come from this. More violence, more nonsense. We all have grandparents. We all have people in our family that if something like this was to happen, we would take drastic measures. So I pray that it just stays legal and it doesn't go past that. It happened. We don't know why it happened. We know they say he was intoxicated, but like Lieb said, he probably was out of his mind. And they're both alive, and it could have been way worse. So I'm just prayers out to his family.
Definitely.
And y'all keep an eye on them because those images wasn't great. and you hate to see that. So just let's keep it legal, and there it is.
I hate that this happened to both of these men, and I don't want to see anybody get stabbed for any reason, and it sounded life-threatening. Now to your points about alcohol. I don't drink because I grew up around it. It wrecked my home, wrecked my mother, wrecked my father, and I have seen it in action again and again and again, and it is wicked. And once you go into some other place, as you were detailing, that you can't control, and it brings evil out of you. Whatever evil is lurking will fly to the surface and take you over if you're not careful. Some people can control it drunk, and a lot of people can't. And I don't know if other drugs were involved. I have no idea. You could be right, could be wrong, could just be alcohol. You can run wind sprints when you're blind.
Oh, you
drunk.
definitely can.
Yeah, you can. I still don't know one piece to the puzzle here, and that's what provoked Mark to start with. And to your point, I've been around him a little bit, enough to know it seems like he has a clean track record, and it seems like, by all accounts of people who know him well, that he's a good guy. And he did a really bad thing because he initiated this, by all accounts. By all accounts, he started it. I don't know if some words were spoken. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we don't know the gory details, the deep down details of what provoked him to go after the 69-year-old man and attempt to inflict bodily harm on him. And to your point, it got upgraded now to a felony charge. So the DA thinks this qualifies as jailable. It's what, 1 to 6 years potentially in prison. Do I think he'll ever go to prison on this? I don't, but I don't know what could come of this. But I always say this and people laugh at me, but if you're a star athlete or an ex-star athlete and you're out anywhere at the club, I think he had been at the club, after midnight on a Friday or Saturday night, bad stuff happens. It just does, because you lose control, and everybody's out to get you. Whether you like it or not, they're going to say things to you. There are going to be frustrated athletes there. You might look sideways at somebody's girl, and it just flies out of control. And I will bet you, if you could talk to Mark Sanchez today, he deeply regrets what happened, because he would look back on it and say, what was, as you said, what was I doing? What possessed me to do that? Because even if there was a legit beef that started where the guy said, I have no idea, but if the guy said something that did provoke Mark in a way that you guys would all say, well, I get that, but you can't act on your impulse. You can't. Drunk or sober, you just can't act on your impulse. If he says something that really pisses you off, how many times have you guys been in those circumstances at a club or out somewhere? You just can't act on your impulse because the price you're going to pay is too severe. Mark's career will now be threatened by this, I assume, depending on how it shakes out in court, because this is going to go to court, very serious charges. And I just hope Mark is going to be okay, to your point, and I hope the man is going to be okay, and it sounds like he is. But it also sounds like he was literally fighting for his life at a certain point. And so I certainly can't blame him for fighting back with first pepper spray and then his knife. But, man, in the end, was this worth it for Mark Sanchez? God, no.
That's what I'm saying. It was a knife.
Yeah.
I live in Texas.
Right. It could have been much
I live
worse.
in Texas.
Ooh.
Check the laws.
Ooh.
It was a knife.
Wild West.
Yeah, it's wild west in Texas. So listen, that's why I said prayers out to both of them, and let's keep it where it stopped. Because again, I live in Texas. This could have been a completely different story that we're hearing right now. Yeah. So
yours was in Tampa when you had your...
Yeah, I was in Tampa. Okay. I was a rookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
because
It's all basket.
Just a kid.
we've kind of escalated out in the world now to where the cab drivers carry guns,
Right.
like
Yeah.
What I'm saying,
Man, man, it's
yeah.
I mean,
Well, the world's a
makes
crazy
sense
place now.
now.
You got to protect yourself.
Right.
And this is such an outlier because I know Mark. Mark is a great guy. Like,
Yeah.
this is the last guy
Yeah.
you would think
I understand that.
would unprovoked attack an old man doing his job in an alley at
but
midnight,
alcohol,
right?
yeah, change.
Yeah.
And Mark's lucky that one, the guy wasn't packing heat, and two, he survived the stab wound.
Exactly.
He was bad enough stabbed up that he was in the hospital for 2-3 days.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, this could have been real unfortunate. So, the legal process is going to play itself out. Mark's going to have to write a big check, and most likely his days calling games in the booth are most likely over.
Oh, that's over with.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, prayers to them both and their families. Obviously, a tough situation, but let's talk some football. Obviously, a lot happened yesterday at Sunday's games. Ravens starting the season 1-4, and Ravens defense is giving up an average of 35.4 points per game. That's the worst in the NFL. Aqib, I know obviously there's so many people out right now.
Right.
They're playing a shell of a team, but are the Ravens done?
Last week, I said they wasn't done.
You changed your mind.
I thought Harbaugh was going to rally the guys.
Yeah.
And they was just going, come out with a great game plan. It's over with for them boys, Kenzie. They are done.
Done.
Big fork.
The defense is way too bad. I know they missing their guys at all levels. They missing their guy on that level, secondary linebacker, D-line.
Yeah.
But you still can't be that bad.
35 points a game.
That shit was
Crazy.
terribly bad, blown coverages. Man-to-man, guys just flat out getting roasted. This mano-y-mano. Like, he can't call zone, he can't call man, we can't stop the run. I don't think it's guys just probably it just look checked out to me. I never seen the Ravens look like this, you know what I'm saying? But I remember the first show though, we got to talking about Lamar, and I told y'all, you don't go to them OTAs. Hey, Lamar don't know how much he affect the team, man.
That's true.
You get the defense better when you there for OTAs, because they gotta crank their competition meters up and play against you. You know what I'm saying? You play against Cooper Rush, it might be fun and games all off season going against Cooper Rush. You think you better than what you are. So I knew it'd be bad for the Ravens this year. I didn't know it'd be this damn bad. You know what I'm saying? Now they got the injury bug as well. And on top of that, they got the Rams coming to town. Man, you start off 1-5. Lamar gonna take his time coming back. I know he want to get back and get his numbers right. He got Hall of Fame dreams and stuff, so you don't want to just miss extra games. But he gonna make sure that hamstring right before he come back. They lose these next games. So I'll stick a fork in them, man. Them boys is done. It's too hard to come back from 1-4. Then you got one of the top teams in the NFC coming to town, 1-5. It's over with.
Yeah, and I didn't play on. You can lose. Losing games happens in the NFL, but there's a way to lose. Like, you lose games, like Keith said, they just look uninspired.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like they went out into a home game like we gotta defend our home and play with some pride.
Yeah.
At some point, it has to kick in. Yes, I play for the Baltimore Ravens, but I'm from Southside Oklahoma City. When I step on the field, everybody sees GK. That's what they grew up calling me. So when they see me, they don't see G-Mac, Gerald, McCoy, whatever. They see that guy. So when I go on the field, the pride that I play with is bigger than just I'm a Buccaneer or I'm a Panther or whatever. Man, at some point, you got to play for your name and who you are. And they
That's
just
a good
look
point.
uninspired.
Yep.
And that winning pedigree and that historic play like a Raven style is like it's just non-existent, man. And I understand missing your Hall of Fame quarterback or your MVP quarterback. But I go look at Cleveland won the Super Bowl. Trevor Siemian's the guy the next year. You can play without your quarterback being in there if the rest of the group rally together. Keeping them was the number 4 scoring defense. They had the 22nd ranked offense, but the number 4 scoring defense because they said, no, Peyton is not over there, but we still have winning pedigree. We got to come together. Now, they are missing over $100 million worth of players right now. They're out. However, we talked about culture, and when a culture's set, you play a certain way. And yesterday, they did not play like we look at them and say, dang, if they just had their guys. I don't know if they had their guys or how this would be looking. It just, they looked uninspired like they had played.
Yeah, they had 2 games ago. They had them all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, they just look uninspired, man. Yeah, they done. I've been on teams like this. I ain't never played with a Lamar Jackson.
We was on the same teams like this.
We was on teams like this where you just know, like, nah, man, that's over with.
Yeah.
You know when you see it.
Yeah, I mean, the injury bug, the defense wasn't playing well before the injuries, but now you're missing guys up front, linebackers, guys in the secondary, you're missing your starting left tackle, you got $100 million sitting over there on the bench. You know, no Lamar, no shot. And then you factor in all the other injuries.
Right.
But yesterday was uninspired. I said they were on life support. They flatlined. They looked terrible yesterday. And Houston, they found their way a little bit with the offense, but they are not juggernauts. Like they shouldn't go in there and
play
beat
good
your
defense.
ass. They do. That defense is legit. Yeah, no doubt. But they put up so many points, and that offense really has been sputtering against bad teams. So to go in there, get your ass kicked at home, and to look like that, I saw a couple guys. I don't want to say guys were quitting on plays, but they did not look motivated.
Agreed.
They did not look hungry.
Yep.
They did not.
Same thing.
They did not look like Ray Lewis and Bart Scott and Terrell Suggs and Ed Reed out there flying around making plays. So yeah, you know, just looking at that game yesterday, I've been on bad teams, and when you see that, when you feel that, sitting at 1-4 with the injuries, there's no path to the playoffs for this team.
I got to quadruple the emotion here. I'm with you guys. I've been doing this for a long time, and I didn't carefully watch that game yesterday because I quit watching it because it was unwatchable. In my career, I don't think I've seen anything as shocking as what I saw yesterday from the Baltimore Ravens at home. Play like a Raven at home.
Yeah.
A Raven? I saw Rex Ryan on ESPN say that the Ravens have now given up 177 points. When Rex was coaching there, I think he was the linebackers coach in 2000, Ray Lewis's defense gave up 163 points for the whole season. So 177 through 5 games versus 163 through 16 games. That was the standard that got set by the 2000 Ravens. And then that happened. C.J. Stroud had played the Ravens 3 times in his fairly young career and never scored an offensive touchdown against the Ravens. And yesterday, they hung 44 on the Ravens. 44? And I look at the yards, 417 to 207. And I like Cooper Rush. I think he's pretty good. And he was pretty awful because everything around him was so awful. And he threw 3 picks. A couple of them you could say weren't really his fault. One was just tipped into it. But it was the all-time humiliation game for a great franchise. To hit bottom like that. And John Harbaugh said after the game, we had good enough players out there to play better than we did. So he was, he's saying, I thought we had pretty good depth, and we put them out there, and to all your points, you rise up, and we all thought, I thought they would rise up and say, no, not in our house, not today, because Houston had struggled on offense for 4 games. They really had. They had all kinds of issues. They don't have receivers. They can't run it. They can't do anything. And they hung 44 on them. And I'm saying, ultimately, I know John was asked after the game, is Zach Orr in trouble, the defensive coordinator? Are you going to replace him? And he said, no, we got to do this as a group. He gave the cliche, predictable answer. But the guy who's on the hot seat now is John, because this is year 18 for him, and I know he's done a lot of great stuff, but
Been a minute.
I'm going to go farther than you were getting there. I just thought they quit yesterday. I thought they came out on the field and their body language was, we have no chance. We cannot stop the Houston Texans in our house. We can't.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's
crazy thought.
The fourth worst scoring offense.
Like
Yeah,
the Texans
right.
this year look
And I
like
think
that.
ownership just value Lamar so much. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like, shit,
understand.
we
Okay.
got to get over this hump. Like,
Okay.
is Harbaugh going to get us over this hump? So I agree with you, Skip. Like
Man.
you might have to find somebody who can get Lamar over this hump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Harbaugh going to do it.
I don't either.
And to your point, what I didn't like, Jair Alexander did an interview after the game. It was like, what was with the scuffle with the ball, whatever. He was like, well, he was celebrating. He was doing Ray Lewis celebration here in our end zone, and that's not something you do.
Yeah.
He can't do the celebration if you keep about the end zone. Don't fight after the fact. Like, don't be tough after he done already scored. Like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that he did that. Okay, what position does he play? It's a wide receiver. Position do you play? You're a corner. Like, I get that there's a tradition and there's some things that's sacred, but like after the fact, like all that you tough after the fact, man, y'all getting man. I'm telling you, I've seen Aqib said it. We've seen that, but there comes a point in time where pride kicks in, and like Harbaugh said, we had the guys, but
They did.
But Skip. There comes a point in time where you stop responding to your coach.
You do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So now,
That message get repetitive and repetitive
It does.
and repetitive. Like,
So is it a time for some change?
I don't know. But
Skip said-
I think
Somebody say it. Somebody say it.
It's all me.
Skip said
Skip
that.
said
Skip
that.
say
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fired.
Well, that on
Harbaugh.
Skip.
Put that on
So
Skip.
we put that on
Put it
Skip
on me.
clip.
Yeah.
And yet, the great irony to this is all the betting sites still have the Ravens as a solid favorite to win that division. They're still the favorite. It's by default because
Well, the division
rest
fell
of the
apart.
division
The
is
division
out.
fell
Ultimate
apart.
division.
The
Looking
rest
at
of the division is goofy. That's why.
I mean, the
I got
Steelers
Pittsburgh. I got
now,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
I got
Steelers
Pittsburgh.
should be
They're
average.
playing the best ball.
If the Steelers could be average, they're going to win that division.
100%.
No, they're not. Shit. No, they're not. Oh, you said if the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have any other
Mike
competition
Tomlin
right
gonna
now.
win that
It's
division on pedigree alone.
Yeah.
Good.
And just-
I think to throw a little more gas on the fire for Harbaugh. I love Harbaugh, right? But when you look at the Baltimore Ravens roster, they're supposed to be bigger, more physical. They're going to play together. They're going to play
Yeah.
inspired, right?
Yeah.
And that yesterday was not inspiring. That looks like a team that blew a big lead in Buffalo. That looks like a team
Yeah.
that is lost. That looks like a team that's just like, they've given up. They have all these injuries. They don't have Lamar. They're waving the white flag. And even when Lamar does come back, they don't have enough fresh bodies to get going. Lamar is a great player, but Lamar isn't great enough to get them going. So it'd be interesting to see where they go the rest of this year. And if they do continue looking like this, I think that temperature of that seat.
Yeah.
I'm
Starts
telling you, it
rising.
get worse. It get worse than that, Skip. Me and Gerald keep on saying it. Like I start the season nice 202, real in shape. We could win the chip this year. Shit, we get to about 1-7, 1-8. Ah, shit, we out on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
I'm weighing in at 111 now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It get worse. Once the team really feel like, bro, we can't make the
Domino
playoffs.
effect, man.
It really go downhill. So they about 2, maybe 3 losses away from this shit getting even worse. And it's hard to get worse than what it is right now.
Okay, so you alluded to this, but Lamar. Okay, so you got the Rams coming in, and you got little to no shot here, especially with this all-time horrendous defense. Does Lamar say, I'll save the day, or does he say, I'm out, I'm done? You know,
Hamstrings, it's not like I could play if I want to type injury. You know what I'm saying? If that hamstring is biting, then it's biting.
Yeah, but Harbaugh played it all the way to Friday last week, saying Lamar's iffy. You know, like he might.
I don't know how I heard it.
That's head coach speak, man.
Yeah, I don't know how I heard it.
Hamstrings them hamstrings, they do what they want.
If it's gone, it's gone.
Especially with a guy like Lamar.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they do what they want.
If I'm Lamar, I'm sitting on the sideline and I'm watching that loss to the Texans. And if he's sitting there watching the Rams kick their ass, he might come back for a little bit, but if I was him, I'd be like, we got the bodies around me.
But what about like the Hall of Fame? He's still got stats to
See, that's what I used to think. I'm like, I know we play for the Bucks. I know we trash. But shit, I got to get healthy. I'm trying to get these picks.
Listen.
Like, I need to be available in these games. So players have their own pride.
If Lamar comes back, crushes it, he can still win MVP. Imagine he makes playoffs.
He's
but you still,
not behind that
it
offensive line.
depends. It just depends on the guy. Like me, I didn't care. If we winning, we losing, I have pride in all the work I put in, man. Where I'm from, you don't make it to being a first round pick. That's just because it's not that we don't have talent. They're just not. Skip, you from there. They just don't come get us. So when I made it here, no, man, I'm doing everything I can to stay here. So what they're not going to do is, the Bucks may be terrible, but when they turn their tape on, they're going to say, that person jumps off the tape.
Yeah.
Right.
That was how I felt. So I don't know. We don't know about Lamar.
That's how I felt.
Richie said he's sitting on the sideline. He said, I'm hurt, I'm tired.
If I was Lamar,
see, Richie don't get stats like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting on the
He can't get
sideline.
numbers. You feel me? He can't add up his numbers.
But what numbers is he going to do when they can't get Derrick Henry going, the offensive line
I mean, he's
can't
been scoring
block,
30, though. He's been dropping 33 a
They
game.
get
Like,
more
shit,
but now you're missing.
He's getting Hall of Fame numbers. You know what I'm saying?
You're missing a lot more players than the last time Lamar was on the field.
When you're a guy who gets stats, you're going to try to get them stats. Now, I said like my weight went up. I got unfocused. But shit, I still was trying to play well. You know what I'm saying? I might go out a couple more times because I'm like, we ain't winning shit. So my after work habits might change, but I still wanted to be available. I still was in the training room trying to get healthy if I was hurt because I know I'm on this clock. I can't play forever. I'm on this clock, and I need every game that I can get. You know what I'm saying? To rack these numbers up. You know what I'm saying? So, Richie, you don't really count no stats like that. Richie gets starts and pancakes.
I'm just
Starts and pancakes.
Starts and pancakes. So guys who collect stats, like sacks, like touchdowns, they might look at that shit a little different.
Well, the poor Ravens fans, because 90% of the chat says the Ravens are done, and the entire arena
Yeah, they done.
thinks the Ravens are done. So not much hope there. And so you were right. I know you predicted since the beginning. You were like, Lamar didn't go to camp, all these things. So you were right about that. But you hating on Baker Mayfield, how's that looking right now?
How was I hating on? So tell me.
You've been hating on Baker Mayfield.
How? How, Kenzie?
Because now we got, I had Emeka Egbuka. I put in my money for Rookie of the Year, and that's looking good now.
You're gonna win
so
But how did I hate on Baker Mayfield?
You always hate on him.
I said,
How did you not hate on Baker
I said he
Mayfield?
wasn't the clutchest quarterback in the league.
Oh,
that turned to
come
me
on.
hating on him.
Every game you pick against him, every
Bro, they've
game.
been playing good teams.
It's a good question. How many people before the season, who did you have as your MVP before the season?
Who did I have as my MVP?
Yes.
It was between Lamar or Josh Allen.
Okay, and you had?
Josh Allen again.
And you had?
Not Baker Mayfield.
Gerald had Baker Mayfield before the season started.
And still wrong because it ain't going to be Baker Mayfield.
Okay, we going to get into it. But is he making the case? I'm going to let Skip start.
It's a whole lot of.
But
right now, Matthew Stafford is the damn MVP for real.
Really?
Matthew Stafford?
He got the most yards in the
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Last week.
What?
Wait a second.
Just go off numbers,
So we
don't it?
skipping over the guy that you live right up the street from and Dak Prescott?
Oh,
Yeah.
Dak. We can put Dak in there,
Dak,
too.
Baker,
I'll
like
throw
it's
in
all
there. Puka Nacua.
I mean, we just talking quarterback the
is
leeway.
really
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
quarterback.
But I like
award.
Puka, too.
I think Puka keeps doing this all
Yeah, what if
throughout.
all the quarterbacks are kind of What if
I feel like if you're going to win in that quarterback, you got to have the most yards, the most touchdowns. Baker don't got those.
Josh Allen just won it. He didn't have the most nothing.
I know, but they
Shit,
want
yeah,
him to face
You know
the
why
Ravens
he won
for some
it?
reason.
Because he carried a team that had a lot of stuff that they didn't have that was up here, and he put the team on his back, which kind of sounds like a team that I know that's in Dallas or a team that's in Tampa. They have a lot of injuries.
Man, them boys got hella stars. Dallas got hella stars. Tampa got hella stars.
That defense?
That's the defense. We talking about the offense,
We gonna
bro.
get
Yeah.
Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah,
We
Skip,
gonna
I need to know.
Okay, but just for the record, you do bleed Bucks, man. You
But I also
Okay.
knew
All right.
based off last year, They drafted this kid out of Ohio State.
Yeah.
I knew our defense would be better. Baker been getting better by the year.
He does.
Every year he's been getting better.
Well, that's a fact.
So he gonna win MVP.
I still got Baker winning MVP.
Okay.
I said it
And
before the season.
for the
I guess I just hate Baker.
For the record,
You
Aqib.
just said you hate Baker.
I guess I do.
Aqib did bleed Bucks until they left him off their all-time top 75.
You
Before
never
they done that, they
voted.
traded me.
Yeah, they
He
traded.
stopped bleeding
Okay.
Bucks in, what was it, 2012?
Hey,
You weren't bleeding Bucks when you were
I
there.
appreciate them making me a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But hey,
Nah, his badges didn't bleed up long
I just speak how I speak. I just feel how I feel.
It's okay.
You know
It's
what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get
It
it.
is what it is.
So, Skip, Bucks
Yeah.
beat Seahawks. I need to know your reaction yesterday.
I need a seatbelt for this one. This is,
Need an energy.
buckle
You
up.
need a couple energy skip.
He did it again.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks have won 4 games. They're 4-1. But all 4 times they won in the final minute of the game because of him. He is him. No one has ever done this through the first 5 games of the season to win 4 in the final minute. Baker Mayfield did that and that and that and that again. And because of that, if we did have an MVP through 5 games, he's the runaway. And I don't care what you say, doing that. And I will remind you, in the one game they lost against Philadelphia, defending champs, he threw for 224 in the second half and very nearly brought them back from 24-3 down against the Philadelphia Eagles. And yesterday was his greatest achievement because, yeah, he beat Atlanta at Atlanta and Houston at Houston, beat the Jets at home, barely. But then this is Seattle. At Seattle, I think everybody agrees, loudest crowd in the league,
Yes.
12 man.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Real-
Okay.
it's
Loudest
real.
crowd.
It's the thing.
They came in allowing the second fewest points in the league, their defense. So your degree of difficulty is much greater than Sam Darnold's because the Bucks came in having allowed the 20th most points on defense, to your point. They're not very good on defense, and they're beat up. I know everybody's beat up, but they're beat up. And Baker Mayfield goes 29 of 33 for 379. They go 7 of 11 on third down because of him, for the most part. And he twice brought them back with late touchdowns to tie it at 28 and tie it at 35. In the second half alone, Baker Mayfield went 15 of 17 for 253. Clutch. He's the clutchest quarterback in football. There is nobody that if I got a game for my life, I want the ball in Baker's hands over anybody, over Matt Stafford or Patrick Mahomes or whoever else you want to throw at me. Right here, right now, as we speak, game for my life, I want Baker with my life in his hands because he is that dude. And he's talking crap to everybody, to the fans, to the
He don't
Seahawks
give a
defense.
dang. Baker,
He can't.
not care.
It's just unbelievable. And
He's so fun to
and
watch.
As I predicted to you last Thursday, I said Baker would win it late because Sam Darnold would make one late mistake. I call him Same Darnold because he's the same old Sam. When push comes to shove, he played great yesterday. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him play better until it was time. And then he almost threw one in the end zone to Diaby. It got tipped up in the air. So he's trying to throw one there. And then he threw another one that got canceled by a ticky-tack holding penalty on the DB. It was just ridiculous. I wouldn't have called that.
No.
And then finally, Winfield's up in his face, blitzing. And he tries to throw it under and hits the helmet. And Levante David, who's still playing at an extremely high level, low these many years that he has played, and he picks it, and it's 38-35. So, again, you want clutch? I'm giving you clutch 5 times clutch. 5 times in a row. That's MVP clutch. There's no way they are 4-1 without Baker freaking Mayfield, shaking and baking. Tell me I'm wrong. You.
Baker
'Cause
played
it's your
great,
turn.
Skip.
Okay.
I guess it's just the amount of playoff games I played or something. Like, that
Okay.
I think it's because I got like a whole season worth of playoff games. I'm like 17, 18 playoff games.
I understand.
15, 16. So
Okay.
I don't know, Skip. Maybe you just ain't played in them playoff games. So so maybe you see that regular season shit and you be like, wow. I don't. I'd be like, oh, that's great. Skip, he played great. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Baker Mayfield. But I don't love quarterbacks who just do it in the regular season. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, he has
What
the
we talking about
highest,
right now, though?
Yeah, I understand that.
highest quarterback rating in NFL history in the postseason belongs to Baker Mayfield.
But did that turn to the highest win percentage?
Okay, he's 2-3 in the postseason, but remember,
All right,
Cleveland hadn't won a playoff
that's
game
why
in 25 years.
It's gonna be hard as a basketball player to grade another basketball player. Well, my teammates was Michael Jordan and Kobe.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just the amount of
it's
playoff
hard
games
to
I've
grade
seen.
somebody else after you've been around.
I
there.
think
That's a
that's
good
what
point.
it is, Skip.
It
I
gotta
think,
be.
I think that's what it is. So
That's true.
It has
it's not,
to be,
it's
right?
impressive. Like I say, he played a damn good game last night. Sam Darnold played a damn good game
did.
last night.
Yeah.
But he was Sam Darnold, like you said.
was.
He threw his fourth quarter pick.
Yep.
Baker did what he did. But
And I wish I'd been a fly on the wall at your place because I would like to see your reaction.
I said,
right?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Skip said you was going to do this
I
shit,
know.
bro.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Skip
Bingo.
said you was going to do this shit. Now watch Baker go score. Ooh,
Yeah.
Baker
Well,
will score.
Yeah, man.
Man, Baker is impressive this year. It looked great. I mean, all jokes aside, Baker is a better quarterback than he was in the past to me.
He
right
is.
now.
I
right now. He's
agree.
finding that swag. Some quarterbacks get a lot better when they're older. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bad before, but I feel like right now he in total control of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He got command of his team, the crowd, the coaches. He running the fucking show. I would love to play with Baker right now.
You
He'll
would.
run the
You
offense.
would.
I'll run that defense.
I agree.
We'll go win the fucking chip.
And
but
listen.
Skip, they don't got me on that defense. That
No.
defense is the middle of the pack.
It is. It's lower.
It's like this right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't know if they're gonna get it done in the
Hey,
playoffs.
that's more credit to Baker Mayfield.
It is,
right?
but I don't know if they're gonna get it done in the playoffs. We'll see. I love when Tom got there, the Bucks won. I won so much money off that shit, Skip. I love to see the Bucks win. You know what I'm saying? But I just call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Baker ain't did nothing in the playoffs. After you do something in the playoffs, I'll be up here like you. I'll be up here like Gerald, riding with it. But as of right now, hey, it's just regular season action. You know what I'm saying? It's good regular season action. But I don't know. I think my pedigree, we just used to seeing it in the show, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when you'd have been around Michael Jordan flu game and then you see
Hey,
this
man,
guy in the
look.
regular season, it's like, I can't really,
Hey,
I
I
get
see
it.
it.
But I just want to say this. I might be biased,
You are.
right? Not about the Bucks. It's favor you and Richie, too. No disrespect to the house we in right now, but football is the greatest game in the world. Because in what other game can you take two people, quarterbacks in the same draft class, top 5 picks,
Yep.
that were just fighting for a position, like of the QB battle in 2022?
They were.
Everybody had written them off. Everybody said they was trash. I know me and Skip was riding for Baker, but they said they was trash. I don't know. And then Baker ended up winning it, and then Sam Darnold, they both on their second team, all this. To come back, revitalize their careers, and be franchise quarterbacks, and not only do that, they face off and make NFL history. They're the only two opposing quarterbacks in NFL history to throw for over 325 yards and complete 80% of your
80%.
passes.
They went off, man.
Only
They went
in
off.
this game of football can any other sport, when you've had the career they had, they just write you off, and it's hard
Yeah.
to work your way back up. But in our sport, this can happen, man. And this is why it's the moniker Any Given Sunday, or it's a game of inches, and this is why I don't write people off or crown people too early, because anything can happen in this game. And we got to see it yesterday. That's an instant classic. And I said before the season that Baker Mayfield was going to win MVP, and he's been making the case. Skip, you gave all those stats of the wins and after the 2-minute drill, under 2-minute warning. 3 of them was on the road. These ain't home games.
Yeah.
3 of them was on the road in hostile territories. You had
At
a
Atlanta.
division rival. You had to go down to Houston.
Yep.
And now you have Aqib. Traveling east to west.
That was big.
And going and doing this at the
That was
12th man, that is, and what people, you just are who you are. Aqib is going to be who he going to be. It don't matter whether he's sitting here in the arena, whether he on the field, he's going to be lead. Richie going to be Richie.
He will.
Baker is going to be Baker. He is just a dog.
Yep.
He just
He's
is, man. You don't walk on to D1 programs and be a starter as a true freshman.
Yep.
At quarterback of all positions. And then you go to the University of Oklahoma, you win the Heisman, and you're the first overall pick. He is a dog. Adversity, he just know how to fight. He just is who he is.
Got that chip.
And it never goes away. He talk noise to whoever, the fans, the players. He gonna grab his nuts. He gonna cuss you out. He gonna flip. He don't care because he's the ultimate competitor.
Yep.
And I'm glad that Aqib said that he would love to play with Baker because everybody's just different. Some people are straight laced. They just don't, they just kind of. But even Tom. Y'all seen Tom locker room, then he out. And then it's just on game day, it's just that, let's go. When he do that, something just switches.
It does.
Baker he got that, it's just something about him. And right now, he's in that realm. Whereas it's like, I'm unstoppable right now. And, but the bias in me, I'm still an analyst, and I got to be realistic. We have no pass rush. And that is going to cost us when we got to get after that quarterback.
Sure.
We don't have I love my boys and I love the Bucs organization, but I got to call a spade a spade. We can't rush the passer to save our life. We can't win one-on-ones. We not pressuring them and that's been our Achilles heel. The reason we can't get over the hump is because all we do is if we can't blitz, we're not getting pressure. I'm telling you, man, it's going to cost us unless Jason Light has been a phenomenal GM with drafting. He's drafted the right guys, put the right group around, and they've just built this thing up. But he got to go out and get somebody in free agency or something, man. Like, it's just, we at the back end struggling to cover because it's rush and coverage work together. If you can't rush, you can't cover. If you can't cover all day, Aqib and all the rest of the Hall of Fame corners could be out there. If your pass rush ain't there, it is not going to matter.
Yeah.
And that's my only worry with this group. I love Baker and what he's doing. I actually have him second for MVP right now, and I'm going to tell you why in a few minutes.
Who's number one?
Dak Prescott.
God.
Dak going crazy.
Dak is number one, same reason that Josh Allen won MVP, because of what he has to do and how he's doing it. Dak is single-handed. I understand they got Pickens and all this, but if you go look at his offensive line and those guys out, CD's out, the defense is trash, and they still are finding ways to win because of what number 4 is doing. I have to let my bias go out the window. Right now, if I have MVP and Coach of the Year, it's Dak and Brian.
Let's go, Dak, man.
But they got to make the playoffs.
Dak for MVP.
Right now, where we sit right now, with
Yeah.
how I'm grading, with what the Cowboys have been through and what they did, especially what they did yesterday. And then second.
Did you watch the Chicago game, Dallas at Chicago?
Yeah, but
that's disqualifying to me. Now you're out.
That's the one game. But then we seen, you called it. You said, everybody said they was going to get destroyed by the Packers. What did they do? It ended up being a tie, but what the heck did Dak Prescott do? He probably played the best game we ever watched him play.
True.
And then they went on the road to New York and did this. I don't care if it was the Jets. How did it look?
Yeah. No, I got
right?
it. Yeah.
Because of what they have to deal with. He has to play the way he has to play with the defense. Like the Bucs, you said they middle of the pack. Cowboys defense ain't middle of the pack. They at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah.
And Dak is still, man, like.
Okay, Richie.
Richie, how are you feeling about Baker?
I love to see it. Because what Baker is proving is Baker is clutch. Baker in the past, when Baker was in Cleveland, Baker tried to do too much. Baker was trying to run around, make a play. He was turning the ball over. I love that both these guys were cast-offs. You had Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield on the same roster fighting for the starting quarterback job in Carolina a couple years ago, and then you have these two guys come and ball the fuck out. I mean, that was impressive. Baker going up and down the field with Ibuka. Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba. That kid is a stud. So for them to go back and forth and have this kind of high-scoring game, high completion percentage, I really, really enjoyed that. But what Baker is showing us is Baker is starting to separate himself from the pack. Baker is saying, 2 minutes to go. we're down, give me the ball, and he's building that trust within the team. And now when you got Ibuka just running down the middle of the field wide open, I hear what you guys are saying about the defense, but when you just look at Baker, Baker is balling. Baker is making them believe. Chase McLaughlin, nailing all these game winners.
Yep.
Can they keep it up for the rest of the season? It'll fall on the defense. But for right now, Baker is the reason why they're winning games.
Let me go ahead, Skip.
No, there's no Mike Evans right now. And to me, he is the most underrated receiver in the history of the league. He still doesn't get his due.
Nope.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer because he's the ultimate security blanket. What is he, 6'5"-ish?
Yep.
And for Baker, when in doubt, you can just look for Mike Evans. And now you can't. You're throwing to a rookie, and this rookie really intrigues me because he's one of those kids who just knows how to play because he's not the fastest, he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the most physical, he's not run after catch really. I mean, he can if it's gone, but he just knows how to run the route the correct way, and Baker trusts him with his life. And Baker talked last night after the game about how off the field he's just the way he is. On the field, that he does it the right way off and on the field. You can just see it from him. And I don't know how many receivers you covered who you just say, he ain't that fast, man. But he just gets open. He runs it correctly where he fools me a little bit, and the quarterback trusts him to be where he's supposed to be. Right?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Well, did you watch him at Ohio State?
Man, listen. Emeka Ibuka is Jamar Chase-like.
Okay.
He is – everything happened for a reason. Now, I love Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans went down. Godwin ain't healthy.
No.
This got to be your number one.
Ain't got to be.
And I'm telling you, it all happened for a reason because he is the Rookie of the Year.
He is.
He is a legit number one. He is legit all-around receiver. He might not be the fastest, Skip, but it's that game speed. It's some guys, when you throw that ball in the air, we could be running, and it's a little too far for some people, and some people got them last 3 steps and get to it. And he could run that same high 4.4 over a long period of time. Some guys die out. Some guys take long to get to that 4.4. Some guys could just get to that 4.4 and run that thing for 50 yards straight. You know what I'm saying? His game speed is crazy. His ball skills, his routes. And like you said, he just know how to run routes. He know how to make it look like this. And he know how to move defenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he know how to control his body to catch these balls. Bro, special. I know special receivers when I see him, Skip.
You do.
He is a special receiver. He going to score double-digit touchdowns this year and probably again next year. And it's Jamar Chase-like, I'm telling you.
And to your point, Aqib, this is why I say that Jason Light is a great GM. The writing is on the wall. Mike is getting older.
Yeah.
You don't know what CG is going to, CG is great as he is when he's healthy. He wasn't healthy. And Mike is getting older. We have our quarterback of the future, so we got to give him his, we got to give him his.
You got him.
So when he drafted in the first round, I said, I know what you're doing, Jason. And my guy, Robert Ayers, who was there in training camp, he told me during training camp, he said, G, let me tell you something. And I talked to Baker, and they both, something's true when you talk to two different people at two different times, they say the same thing. They said he doesn't have a position where you put him here and he'll be better. He can do everything. And he said, I'm telling you right now, whether he's the number 1, number 2, or number 3, he going to have 1,200 yards this year. He said, I don't care where they put him, whatever. He said he will get you 1,200 yards as a rookie because he's that good. He said the dude can just ball, and we seen it.
Look, all these fourth quarter wins for Baker, right? Who he been throwing that motherfucker?
Yeah.
You dang right.
Well, yeah, you guys.
Hey, that motherfucker. I put Jamar Chase in he Randy Moss like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't Randy Moss like. You look at the numbers. Who done put up numbers like close to what Randy did? Only Jamar.
Okay. All right.
Ibuka, he Jamar Chase like. He the only one. I'm telling you. These boys is different, man.
Okay, who's the greatest receiver ever by far in most
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
No, most people would say Jerry Rice.
That's what most people
on
would
stats,
say.
right?
Randy.
Okay,
Randy
I'm with you on that.
Randy
But
Moss.
Jerry Rice ran 4.6.
Yeah.
4.6 and fell because of it. Small school 4.6. I know the Cowboys had a shot. Landry's like, no, I don't do 4.6. as great a route runner as I ever saw was Jerry Rice because he just made it look effortless. I couldn't figure out how he was doing it because he didn't look fast to my eye, but he played faster than he looked. And he got open, right?
You know how to move them DBs, man. Like I'm not even a receiver, but when I play receiver, I know how to move that DB. I know how to run up on you, and as soon as you turn, I know how to go the other way. So it's a niche to it. You know what I'm saying? Running them routes and making guys turn and showing speed or showing slow, then going, and it's a niche to it. And everybody don't have it. I guard receivers who just got straight speed, can't stop, or no speed at all. You just quick, but you rarely come across a guy who got it all. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the speed he's talking about. It's that the difference in running 100 meters and running the 400. You got that sustainable speed.
Exactly.
Can't beat you at this 100, but if we go 200, I'm gonna win. And he got this speed.
Like AB, that's what AB had. Anthony Brown had that.
AB wasn't
he
super
4'5".
fast.
When he get on the field, he looked 4'3".
He did.
He can get to every deep ball because he can run. He get to that 4'5". Right now, he can run that 4'5", 50 yards downfield. It's the same amount of speed. So he was another one who had that game speed.
Roethlisberger used to just drop back and fling it.
Let it ride. AB run past the fastest corner in the league. You know what I'm saying?
You saw AB returning kicks and he was pulling away from guys.
He gets to that 4'5" fast as hell.
You know what was funny? I actually saw an article this week and they asked Peyton Manning and Tom Brady who their Mount Rushmore of wide receivers are.
Ooh.
Manning and Brady both said Jerry Rice.
Okay.
Number one.
Best
ever.
Okay.
Well, the stats just scream it because they're like silly stats. They're like video games.
I mean, they should be those kids. He played like 30 years.
Joe Montana, Steve Young.
You
better put some numbers up in 30.
Jerry, you watch him versus Prime and all that. Like, Jerry was Jerry. But also, I think mine is more of like, if a person don't have some of these older basketball players or something in they top 10 or whatever, I grew up on Randy Moss.
Right.
Like Randy.
You got Moss.
Randy, we grew up playing a game called Moss. Like, that's just,
and we
can't still play it.
But Calvin Johnson, to me, is Randy Calvin, and then wherever will go after that.
Hey, you didn't cross Jerry.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I ain't. Yeah. I was a Michael Irvin fan. Man.
Okay, well, so was I.
I might put Michael Irvin over Jerry.
You know what? I do. But I got close to Bill Walsh later in his life, very close to him. And he always insisted to me that Jerry Rice was the greatest football player he ever saw. Football player was Jerry Rice. And I'm like, I can't see it. I can't eye test it because it never... Maybe it's because he made every catch look so effortless.
Right.
He didn't have any highlight plays where he said, "Did you see that catch?"
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He just made it look simple to me.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys were sleeping on Emeka, but he broke the Ohio State record for career receptions. I knew in college. I said, that's why I put my money on rookie of the year. I said, he's going to be great.
You were correct.
Let's move on. Okay, so Aqib, today you show up in your Bo Nix jersey.
Yep.
What's going on here? Okay. So Bo Nix and the Broncos, they came back from a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter to beat the undefeated champs. And A.J. Brown, we know, has been begging for the ball. He's been complaining. And there was a potential game-changing play. A.J. Brown, I don't know if he slowed down his route or Jalen Hurts overthrew him. So we have a lot to unpack here. Aqib, how did Denver come back for the win?
How did Denver come back for that win? Well, first of all, in the second half, they found that run game. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Bo or whether it was Dobbins, they found that run game, and then that opened up them play actions and stuff for Evan Ingram. You know what I'm saying? He had key catches in the game, play action, a touchdown, another one like second down. And then also, Bo got hot, man. Bo got the cooking. He was looking for Sutton, and he found Sutton often. A lot of big-time catches on third down. Sutton to Bo, it was a 3rd and 2. Boom, he hit him stop route. Extend the drive. It was 3rd and 15. They got a penalty. It was 3rd and 15. He threw the sticks route. He got skinny, got like 25, 30 yards on it. It was a 3rd and 6. He threw a back shoulder to him. All of them versus my guy Mitchell, too. He has a great corner. It was mano-y-mano. And Sutton was standing up to all those. So they found that run game. Bo got hot. And then I think most importantly, that defense turned on, man. They started mixing it up a little bit. They started blitzing more in the second half. And and not just playing man. They had blitz and play zone. They had blitz and play man. So they made Jalen hold that ball a little bit, and them throws wasn't as easy to make. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up with 3 sacks in the second half. 2 of them came on third down, and that defense had 5 straight stops to end that game. 5 straight stops against the champs. You know what I'm saying? So defense win chips, man. Hey, AJ, he caught a couple balls here and there, probably left with like 40, 50 yards. That guy was under control. Pat had that shit under control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it counted. And to the Eagles' point, the Eagles missed their big plays in the second half in the fourth quarter. AJ stopped running on that deep ball. He thought he wasn't going to get it because he had to like shift that go outside. He thought I got off my track. He wasn't going to throw it to me. He missed that. They a big fourth down to Devontae. Shit, that got called back illegal formation or something. Oh no, it was illegal shift. But why he's shifting though? He's trying to see if his man is on. Yeah. He shifted him out there, brought him back, and he had to hurry up and go. So that's on the Broncos defense to me. You trying to see what we in so you can make this play. Vance Joseph on his ass. So Vance had a great second half game plan. That defense really stood up, man. The blitzes hit home. When we didn't blitz, the 4-man rush got home. Hey, man, shout out to Bo, man. Go get everybody, hey, go chat. Go get y'all a Bo niggas jersey, man. Them shit's hot right now. Them shit's hot right now, man. For real.
I think you're way premature wearing that jersey.
What?
I think you just jinxed number 10 for the rest of the year.
Oh, God.
And you just spoke for 5 minutes without using the word lucky one time because the Denver Broncos were flat out lucky to win this game because the Philadelphia Eagles got robbed at home by the referees. They got robbed. This was home invasion. Home invasion in Philadelphia by the referees. And I'll start with the play that you talked about, and this wasn't a robbery play, but that's 4th and 4 at the 49, and Saquon just doesn't get set.
But who thought is
like
that? The ref?
Split second getting set.
Is the ref not supposed to call that?
I'm not saying that's a ref, but that was a 30-yard completion that would have changed the complexion of that game with 5 minutes to go. So now here's the first crucial play. Bo Nix, Jalix Hunt's all over him. He's got him in the grasp. It's either in the grasp or it's grounding because he just blindly flings it, and there was somebody remotely in the neighborhood.
2 people.
Yeah, no, and they throw the flag. They confer and throw the flag for grounding. Never seen this happen in a football game before. And then they defer to the booth. They have a booth review on the fly, and up in the TV booth, Tony Romo is saying, I'm sorry, that's grounding. He called it grounding in a way Tom Brady would never say it's grounding because he never takes a stand on anything because he can't.
Tony said it.
Okay? Tony said it's grounding, and I think Tony knows what grounding looks like because he grounded it too many times in his career. And all of a sudden, without making an announcement, they suddenly quietly pick up the flag and say, go, and start the clock, and Philly gets to go back to, wait a second, it was going to be 4th and 16, and it's 3rd and 6, and he hits Cortland Sutton, who was a monster yesterday.
Back shoulder.
Yeah, he did, and it was a sweet throw, a nice play that set up the drive for the field goal that changed everything. And Tony Romo, to his credit, up in the booth says, wait a second, I'm paraphrasing, but he says, they didn't give us an explanation on what was the play of the game? Well, it was. It's the play of the game. It's intentional grounding, and the refs had time to confer and call it grounding, and somehow...
Because they were trying to cheat.
Okay, what's that?
Because the refs were trying
They were trying to cheat.
Put their imprint on the damn game when you know...
All right, then I got to get this out of my system because then on this same drive, Zach Bond gets called for a late hit, and that kid, what's his name? The Harvey kid. He catches it. He's fighting for a first down. He's still fighting, and he's not all down yet. And Zach Bond, who's not a late hitter, he's not a cheap shot player, he comes flying in, and he tries to pull up, and they throw a flag. The runner is not down yet. He's fighting for a
tried to
first
pull
down.
up.
Skip, he was
definitely
laying down on the ground.
No.
On the ground.
Nope, you can't call that.
Yes,
in
you
that
can.
moment.
You can.
Okay.
The rules are the
In
rules.
today's game, you're going to drive your shoulder to a guy's head.
He didn't
who's
drive
laying
down.
on the ground.
Okay,
He
so
did not
you can't
do that.
He tried to pull
All
up.
he had to do, if he wants to make sure he's down, just go touch him down.
Okay, all right.
Still down.
Okay, but you're full speed, and he is fighting for what looks like he's not down yet, extra yard for the first, and he stops stops the first and they throw a flag, it's Zach Bond, Defensive Player of the Year. He doesn't play like that. He doesn't play out of control. If either of you had been in that circumstance, you're going to say, I got to do this. I got to go because I'm not sure he's down yet.
I would have said I did some bonehead shit. Damn.
Okay, all right.
That's what I would have said.
Okay, all right.
That's what he did.
Now we have a late uncalled PI on Goddard down at the goal. It's down at the 4-yard line, and J.L. Skinner has a hold of his jersey. And I don't care what you said, let him play to decide the game. It's pass interference. It's blatant pass interference. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4, and they have this little play called the tush push, and I think they're going to run it a couple times and get it home. And they don't throw the flag, and I was shocked by that. And then my last quick point to you is that there's obviously competition between Devontae and A.J. Brown. So Jalen threw a really sweet Hail Mary. It was right where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And weirdly, Devontae and AJ both go up together, except AJ's boxed out. And Devontae out jumps him and gets both hands on the football, and it looked to me like AJ broke it up. If you go back and look at it.
To me, it looked like Pastor Tan broke it up from the side. Bam.
AJ's reaching through Devontae's hands and breaks it up, which was fitting because of their rivalry for footballs, right? So, again, I just gave you 5 ways that your team lucked out with a win and escaped with a win that was stolen.
Now, sometimes you lose games, Skip. Like, you do dumb shit. You miss your throws in the 4th. You know what I'm saying? You don't get set, and you miss your throw downfield. And a guy on the ground, you could come push him hard as you want to the ground. You could come just dive on him. But you go spear him right in his head.
He didn't spear him.
He did. He stuck his shoulder straight.
Definitely.
His shoulder was the first thing that hit bro's head.
Definitely.
Okay, I think spearing is with your helmet. He didn't go helmet to helmet.
Well, shoulder to helmet, that's a spear too. Like, that's just them bonehead plays. And sometimes, hey, when you walk in that line, you do bonehead shit and you just lose yourself the game. It was due though, Skip. They'll be just fine. It was just time for them to lose the game. Well, they don't even want to. They was ready for the streak to end themselves. You don't want to have no 30-game win. You don't want that. That's just too much pressure. Tom know how that shit go.
Okay.
You don't want that kind of pressure.
I'm not saying they're in any trouble because they got Giants twice in the next 3 weeks with a game at Minnesota in between.
But I mean, you say I jinxed the Bucks. I mean, I jinxed the Broncos.
Yep, you did.
You see the Broncos who we got? Hold on.
You jinxed Bo. Just Bo.
Bo.
We got the Jets, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Texans, and the Raiders coming up. We're going to strike 5 games straight.
You got the Cowboys coming up.
They just upset the Chargers.
Strike 5 straight. Yeah, off a win like that.
So, gritty road win for Denver. They trailed 17-3 going into the 4th quarter, and Eagles looked like they found their footing with the offense in the first half. Denver punted on 7 of their 8 first drives. Then it comes down to the second half. It was a tale of 2 halves. Eagles finally got Devontae Smith going a little bit, threw the ball to A.J. Brown. Saquon was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
Eagles' offense evaporated in the second half, and that's what we've seen with this offense. Good first half or a good half of football, and then just completely, off the farm. I think Denver did a better job adjusting. I think Denver did a good job adjusting at the half defensively, taking things away from the Eagles. And then Bo Nix in the second half. Where are the notes here? They executed on 3rd down repeatedly.
He was 9 of 10 for 127 in the second half.
In the second half, that's what it was. 9 of 10 for 126. Yeah. And then you factor in, I think the run game had a big thing going because the Eagles couldn't get the run game going.
That was Bo in the 4th quarter.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Was that 4th quarter?
Yeah.
So 9 of 10 for 126, 4th quarter. Denver got the run game going. Eagles couldn't. Eagles are a fucking mess in the run game. Don't get me started on that. But I think, it came down to Sean Payton. Sean Payton having the big balls to go for it on that 2-point conversion. They convert. Gritty win. Now, the other side of that coin, the Eagles offense, completely frozen in the second half.
Yep.
After the Barkley receiving touchdown in the second half, they ran 14 plays for 3 yards. You have Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley all on the field together, and that's all you can get. First half success evaporated, run game stalled. I really do think someone commented on one of these videos, on the YouTube videos, saying that I keep saying the Eagles have the best offensive line in the NFL. I think that they've taken a step back. I think interiorly they're struggling. I think, Landon Dickerson's banged up. Juergens is having a down year, and Steen hasn't come in and killed it.
Lane Johnson's banged up.
Lane Johnson's banged up too. So
all that tush pushing.
That's good, and that's how Lane Johnson got hurt. But Richie, so what happened? I say this, and I'm going to continue to say it. Never accept in a win what you want in a loss. We've seen too many times, like Richie said, where one half is like this, the next half is like this. And it caught up to him. It finally caught up to him. The Eagles have been finding ways to win, or they found a way to lose with penalties. Broncos executed in crunch time. The Eagles did not execute. Why? Because adjustments. When you come into a game, you look at matchups. How do we favor? The Broncos said, we feel like we can cover them one-on-one, like we can go man. Like Aqib said, they started out doing a lot of man. Jalen was picking them apart. What they do, let's make an adjustment. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make him make throws. A lot of the Eagles fans, well, Gerald, he threw for 280 yards. Oh, okay. Jalen Hurts, 20 of his 23 completions, under 10-yard passes. Under 10-yard passes, 20 of 26, 157 yards and a touchdown. 10-plus yard passes, air yards, throwing in the air, 3 of 12, 123 yards and a touchdown. 123 of the 280 yards he had was yak yards. So Denver said, you know what? He's killing us in man. AJ's doing what he's doing. Devontae's doing what he's doing. We just seen Saquon do what he can do. Let's make him hold the ball and see what he can do. What happened? They had 6 sacks. 6 sacks. Yeah. All of them came on zone. None of them came on man because of what Aqib said. They made him hold the ball. Yeah. They did not execute at the end, and that's what happened. Philly is going to be okay. But, Richie, you said something last time we was here, we talked about this, and we kind of just like, whatever. This whole A.J. Brown thing is kind of, I'm going to say it, in Philly, I don't care how y'all feel, I don't care how none of y'all feel. It's time for A.J. to go. Ooh. You are who you are. All that sulking and pouting and all of that is starting to wear on the sideline. It's starting to become an issue in the locker room simply because he is who he is. Well, he's a diva. He's just tweeting. He's just a wide receiver. This is just something, it'll blow over. Oh, will it? Did A.J. Brown start his career in Philly?
No.
No, he started in Tennessee, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
How did he get to Philly? He got traded, correct? Mm-hmm. Right. What was he doing before that? Tweeting and complaining. But AJ, he's matured and he's this and this is no shot to my quarterback. This has nothing to do with people in the building. They asked him after the Tampa game, what about your tweets? What's going on with your tweets? And he said, do you feel heard? Yeah, of course I feel heard. Kevin Patullo, we talk. Nick Sirianni FaceTime me every day. They asked him about Jalen Hurts. He avoids the question.
No talk.
Do y'all communicate? They asked him Sunday, what happened after the did you stop running? Did he overthrow you? What happened? Did y'all communicate after? Nope. Nothing happened. You're not communicating with your quarterback, but you want us to believe that there's nothing going on. Again, you are who you are. You're going to be how you're going to be. Everybody else in the locker room, Jalen Carter spit on somebody opening day, and that same person said in an interview, I don't care if I have 6 sacks in the game if we lose. I'd rather win. And AJ's constantly sulking on the sideline, making this thing about him over and over and over again. It's repeated behavior. And you know how I know that this is just who he is and it won't change? Hey, y'all can put that video up for me?
And so you really just start to break down. It's like, man, this is truly a business, but this team want me, so I'm going to give my all to this team, and I'm going to do everything I can to help this team win. And so, man, just learning that it is a business, that this can happen at any moment, and nobody's off limit. So that's something, that's a learning curve for a lot of young guys that take a while. And for me, myself, like I learn and I express frustration in the wrong manner at times during those times. Like looking back on it, like I was on Twitter, social media, tweeting, like I wouldn't do that now, right? But that's just me being older, just learning that it's just a business. And like I said, I'm here to do a job. At the end of the week, I get paid. That's just how it goes. Like everybody else with a regular day job, like, you know.
Oh,
But he's still tweeting.
that was AJ Brown after he left. That was right after he got traded
No more tweets.
to Philly. He said, "I wouldn't do that now. I've matured. Bro, this is 3 years later, and you still doing the same thing. Your quarterback. Look at this. This is 2022. It's out of my hands. God, I trust you. Tired of all this, just like y'all. This is 2022. We're talking about the same thing in 2025. He is who he is. Your leader, who's your quarterback, he said, blame me. That's what he said yesterday after the game. Jalen Hurts said, blame me. Devontae, we just so happen to see his body language and see his frustration, okay? Happened yesterday, played well. Kobe Dean said in the locker room, you never want to be negative. You always want to be positive regardless of what happens. He's constantly sulking. He's constantly making it about him. They asked him about the route. You said he stopped. You said he stopped. You said he stopped. Everybody seen him stop. What happened? No, I don't believe I stopped on the play. Yeah, to me, he overthrew me. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And Richie, back to what you said. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't no Twitter when like Irvin and all them played because they would have been doing the same shit.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of these.
I'm just saying,
Randy
bro.
Moss would have been doing the
I'm
same
just saying,
shit.
there's a culture that's set, and this is constantly a
But
thing.
every
This-
culture
he's
I've been
constantly
in,
making this
the
about
wideouts
him.
want the ball.
That is true.
That's what they do,
constantly
man.
Okay, look at the difference of how Devontae's handling and how he's handling.
But they two different guys. That's the number 2 receiver and the number 1 receiver.
This is okay. You get. Hey, listen. That's
all I know
fine.
is at the end of the year,
Okay, wait.
the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, right? He you said it.
Is that the same person that after he won? This the same person after he won said, "Win the Super Bowl ain't really all that." I ain't really think.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but
Cool. He making it about him.
Hey.
You just won a Super Bowl.
Hey,
and you still
rub his head, right? Throw his ass back out there. Get your ass out there. We gonna need you one day, bro.
Yeah.
So that's just they role, bro.
Man,
That's what they do.
You just won a Super Bowl, and the next day is just. Oh, man,
After you finish a game with Pat, that's how they feel. That's how all Philly feel right now. When they finish with Pat, when Pat get done with your ass, everybody want to get rid of you on your whole team. So that's what Pat do to you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
It make you want to get rid of his ass.
Y'all can keep acting like this is nothing all you want. It's consistent behavior, and it's all why is everybody in the team having to answer questions about this one person? There's a lot that's going on. Jalen Hurts has had a new coordinator every year since college. Learning new offenses is not easy.
Okay.
There's an overabundance of weapons. Look at what Jalen did. The proof is in the pudding. When they was playing, man, Jalen was lighting them up. Because I know he can win. Now we in zone. We got to figure this thing out.
We lighting up Moss.
Okay.
So,
So, Gerald, you make lots of good points until you say it's time to trade him. They've won a bunch of games
Right.
with him doing exactly this same stuff.
That's cool.
They should have won 2 Super Bowls because Jalen played well enough. He outplayed Mahomes in the one that they barely lost to Mahomes. And I feel for AJ a little bit because I look at the production, except for that second half explosion against the Rams, that comeback, which he played the vital part of because he went over 100 yards just the second half alone because he's really good when he's plugged in and featured because they had no choice. But in all the second halves, other than that one against the Rams, he's caught 2 balls for 16 yards. Yesterday, he caught 1 for 8 yards. I don't know what's happening, but to your point, you have a new coordinator who's completely screwed up in his approach because they tried to feed AJ in the first half yesterday, and he did catch 4 balls for 35 yards on 4 targets. Okay, that'll work. And if he'd caught 4 more for 35 more in the second half, maybe they had won the game. He's up against maybe the best there is. I'll give you, he's the best
He the
playing
top
right
dog.
now. He's the top dog right now. Patrick Surtain, I wanted Dallas badly to draft him, and Denver snatched him right ahead of Dallas. Okay, so the biggest issue, and you touched on it, is are you run or pass? Because last year, Saquon Barkley averaged 125 yards a game and went to game 17 and opted not to play, or all he needed was 101 more yards in game 17 to set the all-time single-season rushing record. Shout out to my man, Eric Dickerson, but he was in jeopardy, and Eric was forever thankful that they decided not to play him in game 17 because Eric did it in 16 games. But the point is, Saquon is averaging 53 yards a game. And if you'd told me going into yesterday that you're going to be up 17-3 in the third quarter, and Saquon's going to get one carry the rest of the way for no yards, one carry for no yards, I'm going to say you're out of your mind and something's wrong with Kevin Patullo.
Yeah.
Because that's like a fireable offense to me.
All
You
right.
got that guy and you can't do anything with
He got more than one carry.
He had the least amount of touches he's ever
But-
had in the NFL
I understand, but he got more than one carry. It's just every time they gave him the ball, it was a fucking flag, and the carry didn't count.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he got more than one carry.
But
they
I'm-
just was shooting
I'm-
themselves in
I'm
the foot. They
just
was
telling
holding.
you.
They was illegal formation.
That they're so messed up because of AJ's demands or sulking, pouting, whatever. Patullo tried to cater to that, like he's reading the.
But he didn't though.
Okay.
But he didn't though. He took. That's what the Broncos. That's what we made you do.
Okay.
Vance, load this box and we gonna run blitz you. And your answer, we playing man outside. If they got the box loaded, we playing man. That's what you do. You throw it outside.
Okay, I can
then
just
when we
tell
start
you what's
playing
going to
zone,
have to happen to this year's Philadelphia Eagles. If they're going to be last year's, Nick Sirianni's going to have to take over play calling. Watch. Just watch.
I don't think they have an identity right now offensively.
Yeah.
They don't. Sometimes you just got to, Richie, no, he's an offensive lineman. Sometimes you got to say, I don't care what the end, we run the ball.
Yeah,
Right.
Just do.
Yeah. I mean, last year, where there's smoke, there's fire. Last year, it started between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, and they didn't get off to a hot start with the offense. But what they got to was feeding Saquon. They fed Saquon to open up the pass game.
Yep.
Now Kellen Moore moves on. Kevin Patullo comes in. And, I mean, they literally gave him the keys to the kingdom. You have A.J. Brown on one side, Devonta Smith on the other. You got Saquon. Preseason, they had the best offensive line on paper.
They did.
Defense that flies around that's going to get you opportunities. And now we're 5 games in, and I can't tell you what the Eagles' identity is on offense.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what they're trying to do. They're trying to run Saquon, 0 success. They're trying to get the ball to the receivers, but it's only for a half. I agree with Skip that they got to do something with the play calling duties because this Denver game is another prime example. You come out in the first half, you're getting your looks, you're making your plays, you're getting your shots. And this is a very good Denver defense. I've seen this Denver defense in the AFC
Really
West
good.
against the Raiders. I mean, they are stout. They can get after the passer. Nick Bonito, he's one of the premier pass rushers in this league. He causes a lot of problems.
What school he go to? Oklahoma.
Oh, he's Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
I should have guessed. But I think, Vance Joseph out-coached Patullo and Sirianni
did.
yesterday.
He
He
controlled
way
it.
out-coached him because they had the looks. They got what they wanted. They started dictating the tempo of the game in the first half, and then the second half it comes out, and it's like, what's going on?
Because he switched it up. That's how he did. But so y'all want the Eagles to. He led the league. Saquon led the league in attempts, 345 totes. We know that, right? So y'all want him to just get hammered into the ground for this regular season shit. That's like y'all too in love with this regular season shit. If we winning games, we 4-0, and we not fucking killing Saquon out. What's wrong with that? Y'all don't see nothing wrong.
Right.
Like we want to save Saquon for when this shit actually counts.
He had one carry in the second half against the Denver Broncos.
No, he had about
And
5
and
carries.
they weren't winning.
He had about 5 carries, but it kept being damn
Right.
flags. It was a whole bunch of flags making the runs not count. You know what I'm saying? But why would, if we 4-0, why would we run our workhorse to the ground? Why would we do that? We gonna run our workhorse to the ground when these games fucking count. About week 16 through the playoffs, that's when we gonna start running him through the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or when shit get bad, all right, fuck it, now we just gotta fucking feed them. We 4-0, why we gotta force it? What we doing? What kind of coaches are you guys, man?
Right.
Just give up a game to Denver. It doesn't matter.
They didn't give it up. They shot themselves in the foot, Skip. They fucked it off.
They did.
They missed their throws. They got penalties. Every time they had a big play, it was a penalty. They had a second down. Devontae, boom. Penalty, bring it back. That was 15 yards. Devontae again, 4th down. Penalty, bring it back. Miss him on the bomb. They fucked it off themselves. The Broncos executed in the 4th. They didn't execute in the 4th. It didn't have nothing to do with the play calling.
The refs executed in the 4th. They executed the
The
Eagles.
refs tried to execute in the 4th.
Finally,
They
this
did.
is the last thing I'm going to say. We can say what we want about AJ. That's fine. Gerald said what he said. And the reason I'm saying what I say is because every time they bring up the guy who's supposed to give you the ball, there's no defense of him. There's no communication. And that becomes an issue because, Skip, you always say he plays the most dependent position in all of football, but really all of sports.
Yeah, it is.
So every time they bring this guy up, there's an issue or you avoid talking about it or there's no, after a throw like that, where you might have thought or he might have thought, you mean to tell me the first thing you didn't do is go to sideline and say, hey, did you see me? Did I stop or whatever? You said nothing. You talked to the head coach and the offensive coordinator, but you don't communicate with the guy who's throwing you the ball. We don't talk.
Right.
And he said, oh, well, I don't even get in the huddle sometimes. I'm not the guy who on the sideline saying, give me the ball, whatever. We're not talking about that. Communication is key. The reason they got one of the best defenses of all time is because he could look over and look at Chris, give him that eye, give him that little, and we on the same page. It's called communication.
Yeah.
Okay, Gerald, you have to understand, they had a big off-the-field issue 2 years ago, and I don't think they ever got past it.
Right.
Did they squabble?
Right.
Huh?
Did they squabble or something? Like what?
Did-
Like, fight it out.
But that's the
an
point. That's
issue.
the thing I'm making. That's the thing
I'll
I'm saying.
tell you
Skip.
off
Yeah,
camera.
tell me after.
But
Skip,
Skip,
I
that's the
missed
thing
it.
I'm saying. Everything
It had to be a female or something.
Everything's on
No, how that
Jalen.
go?
Everything's on Jalen. He's the quarterback.
Right.
Okay, you got a Devontae. You see, he could be a number one whenever he want to. How long is this going to
It
keep
sounds
happening?
You know what?
good.
Devontae is not A.J. Brown. I don't care.
No,
what
he's
you
not.
say.
I'm saying,
But he's a great compliment
not-
to
he is.
A.J.
he's
Brown.
not-
He
he's
have
not-
him.
If
Listen,
Devontae would have
AJ
had Pat on him, it would have been the same.
Same.
It would have been the same.
Or worse.
AJ
Or
to
right.
me is a top 5 wide receiver in all of football.
Yeah.
It's bigger than just your talent.
Right.
It's becoming bigger than that, and the fans can
But
write.
how is it becoming bigger than that when all we can go off of is the Super Bowl and a 4-1 start? Like it ain't bigger than that yet.
Look at what
you're saying what it might be, but it's not there
Look
yet.
at what keeps
Well, all
happening.
right.
It's stacking.
75% of the chat says that the offense of the Eagles has an issue and they're going to struggle. So we'll find out. We're going to
Wow.
see. But I do want to talk about an offense that has not been struggling. I'm very impressed with, and that is Skip's Cowboys over
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Woo! So I want to highlight.
Yeah.
I said, boo.
I said, ooh.
Boo, like, dang.
I want to highlight
Triple
Dak
D till I
Prescott.
die. Oh, Skip.
Dak, I've been impressed with. Honestly, I was never a huge Dak Prescott fan, but this
Yeah.
season, I got to give him some credit. I'm going to highlight him real quick because he has 4 starting offensive linemen out. Nothing's going to stop this man. He's got 10 touchdowns and almost 1,400 yards to start the season, and the crowd is chanting MVP, MVP. So, and Skip, your
There
defense.
was a few Cowboy fans, but go ahead.
You know they travel well.
a couple, yeah. But your defense had 5 sacks yesterday.
they?
So,
Did they?
what did the Cowboys show you yesterday, Skip?
Micah who?
Oh,
Micah guy. That's what they showed me. Micah who?
I'm going to talk about Mike.
I'm going to talk about him because, again, we will not miss, we do not miss the overhyped and now outrageously overpaid Micah Parsons. We exercised the ghost of Micah Parsons a week ago Sunday night when we beat the Packers 40-40. We won that game because we were supposed to lose it by 4 touchdowns, and we tied, which was a win for us because we got rid of the Micah cloud. He did not wreck the game against us. We scored 40 on Micah Parsons' defense, and it cleared the decks for what happened yesterday. The Jets' offensive line was completely healthy while we were down 4 starters, but a completely healthy Jets' offensive line that most people said was pretty good, we wrecked. I finally saw the pass rush I've been telling you guys is there. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, but I saw explosion from James Houston because he can explode off the edge. He's got nasty wiggle to him off the edge. And we saw it early in his career in Detroit, and then I don't know what happened, but he's back. And he had a sack and a half. We had 5 sacks, but we had 14 quarterback hits because Dante Fowler came back to life. He led the Commanders last year with 10 and a half sacks. And yesterday, he was all over poor Justin Fields and had 5 hits on the quarterback. And Ezra Ruaka, he just turned 22 years of age. He's got explosiveness coming off the edge. I loved him at BC, and I loved it when we stole him in the second round, and he's just getting his pro legs underneath him. And we got from Sam Williams, we finally got a sack, and he lined up the way Micah used to and just blew up the middle and blew up the pocket. These were blow up the pocket sacks. They weren't Micah classic chase down ankle tackle from behind sacks. We were exploding their pass protection consistently, which we are capable of doing. And don't let us get DeMarvion Overshown back because he's close to coming back. He's another game wrecker at linebacker that will take us to another level. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but Shamar James had to play yesterday because Jack Sanborn, who you and I don't care for, I know he's a heady player. He just has no body. He has no talent to me. But he came with Eberflus from Chicago, and he got, God bless him, knock on wood for him, he got concussed in the first quarter. And they had to throw in their 5th-round rookie, Shamar James. He's an athlete. He's explosive. He had 15 tackles in 3 quarters yesterday. You can say it's because they were running through the middle of the line, but he was all over the field yesterday. And then to your point about Dak, obviously he's playing at an MVP level. I did not love the way he played at Chicago, so I can't put him above Baker right now, and you can, but I don't. But when you're down 4 starting linemen and you're down 2 really good receivers, and obviously CD and Turpin, and you turn Ryan Flournoy into CD Lamb, then that's MVP quality stuff. And that's what happened yesterday. And Javonte Williams continues to be a revelation because he has impact. He runs the ball with authority where he's making people play him, where you have to respect him or he will hurt you. So we haven't had that for God knows since Zeke's rookie year. We haven't had that. And the whole thing added up to, it's why Jerry flipped off the fans at the end of the game. He's flipping off. He's grinning when he's doing it. But the Jets fans are on him. He's feeling himself because he saw potential yesterday. He saw a team that can go win at Carolina and can come home and play the hell out of Washington because they always do and they will. So if we could pull off 3 in a row, we might be causing some trouble for the NFC East before this year is over.
Ooh, I like it. I love what the Cowboys went out and did. I'm not going to talk about Parsons because he don't play for the Cowboys no more, Skip.
Okay.
You want to just leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
We don't
just
need
like
it.
Jerry.
We got to pass rush.
Skip and Jerry, bro. They going to bring up Parsons.
He did again last night. Yep.
But nah, I'm going to talk about Dak, man, and Shotty. Now, Shotty, man, he doing a great job neutralizing that rush. If we down on the offensive line, then the coach got to do something to neutralize this rush. All these jets he running. Yep. It's like, y'all want to rush our field? I give you a jet real quick. Yep. You would slow that fucking rush down with some ghost jets and...
Even to Ryan Flournoy.
Exactly.
He ran it twice.
Exactly. Yep. Even whoever. It don't matter. Yep. If he come in full speed and I give him a jet, that's going to slow them edges down. You know what I'm saying? I watched Allen High School do that shit. We played against Cedar Hill, and that was supposed to be the best D-line in Texas. I don't think nobody on their D-line had a tackle because Coach Wigg did a great job just neutralizing that rush.
Yeah, and they run jet action constantly where they fake it.
Give it. Like, you don't know what's going on, but you're going to neutralize that rush with it. And also, the screens, bro, he throwing screens in the red zone. The play calling from Shotty is impeccable right now, man. And Dak is executing crazy. So, I mean, I saw a super explosive offense from the Cowboys, but we've seen that all year. So, I wasn't surprised they went and gave the Jets 35 or 37 or whatever they scored. I wasn't surprised by that. But I also wasn't surprised that the Jets had 400 yards, two some what they had.
Yeah. They had
378 yards. They
Yep.
150 rushing and 100 to 200 and whatever passing. So, I mean, they was great on third down. So, I love what the Cowboys are doing on offense. But that damn defense, we played the Jets. They can't throw the ball, so they only scored 20-something. That's the only reason I say they're not going to make the playoffs, man. But
okay, one other quick point before you go. We have been all over them for Eberflus's zone defense, which I couldn't figure out. He let them play man, and Trevon Diggs talked after the game about it. I just felt more comfortable because he and Bland were taking people and actually doing what they do instead of drifting back into some zone that they never looked right playing.
And they look better. I think they look better mixing in that man, but they also got a bunch of them sacks when they dropped in cover 2 and Justin held the ball, and that rush got there too. So it's just got to be a nice little mix, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's you might beat the Panthers and you might split with Washington, but you're not going to beat these good teams playing defense like that, giving up 300, 400, damn near 400 yards to the Jets.
No, but it looked
not
better.
Not going to win big games.
You got to admit, it just looked better.
It did look better. And I mean, I'm going to give, I told you at the beginning, I give them 8 wins. They're going to be 8-9 team. That's going to be middle of the pack, and they're going to have a lot. They're going to have a great offseason. They're going to be able to feed off this. Shotty going to have even more stuff in their bag for next year. And they're going to do their thing. But that defense, man, hey, maybe Rex. Nah, we don't want Rex to come. We don't want Rex to come off that desk running that old school ass shit. He be running that. You can't do that shit no more, Rex.
It worked for a while. Man.
Yeah, it won't work in today's game. All that damn zero coverage. You'll be out of there. But they need a real D coordinator to come in and use all this talent that they got. And
talent.
Get some confidence in there and get a scheme that those guys believe in. Man, that defense can be dangerous, but they need somebody to bring it all together.
Yeah, I mean, what did the Cowboys show me? Resilience, backup offensive lineman. When you got to replace one guy, 2 guys, the play from the starters to the second team to the third team in the NFL, it drops off a cliff.
Huge.
You have backups going and you have no idea what you're going to get out of them. You're missing 4 starting offensive linemen. Dak goes out there, puts up 237 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. And then let's talk about the run game. Javonte Williams, 135 yards.
Yeah, 166-yarder, but
One rushing TD, 1 receiving TD. I mean, that's on the big man up front. Dak is balling. The Schottenheimer calling really good plays. I mean, they look sound, but they're setting them up for success. When you have backup offensive linemen in there, you don't know. Right, Gerald? You're licking your chops, right? I'm out the game. The left tackle's out the game. Or you're missing a center, right? You guys are going to get going and dictate the tempo of that game to that backup offensive line. But to see them get out there and run around and make plays, and Dak led them on 2 90-plus yard drives, that's a statement. That is, hey, we could put anybody in up here. We're going to move the ball.
Right.
And we're going to have success. Defense got going. It was good to see the defense get going. I do not like dropping back and playing zone. I like you got 2 studs on the outside.
Studs.
You paid them. Lock them up on some guys. Get creative. Get after the pass rush. And the pass rush woke up. You know, Justin Fields held the ball a little bit, but the pass rush got after him. So Cowboys showed me a lot yesterday. They got Carolina, and then they got Washington coming up. I think that they'll be sitting in the driver's seat here. They got to beat the Commanders, though.
Got to beat the Panthers.
Yeah, I was with Skip last week when I said they could still make the playoffs. They showed me exactly what I said last week. They got a top 5 offense. And I said there's more to this pass rush than what they're showing. And they'll get better. I said DeRon Bland and Trevon Diggs will get better. They're going to get healthy, and they'll be able to cover. So the defense will improve. They won't be, they won't start climbing the ranks where we like, this defense is.
No.
But they play better, and I believe they'll get better. The reason I have Dak Prescott and Shotty as my coach of the year currently and my MVP is for all the reasons you said and all the reasons you said. You take on the identity of your head coach, and I'm surprised you don't have him as coach of the year right now because your biggest issue with Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy is they just couldn't motivate the group.
Agreed.
They couldn't motivate the team.
No, he's connecting. We
just talked about the Ravens and how they looked unmotivated, and how that message just starts to get get repetitive. And look at how he got.
My quick point is Chicago was inexplicable to me. I haven't gotten over it yet because that was wrong.
But look at what it
they're
did.
better than the Bears.
But look at what it did.
defense.
The Bears look bad.
But also look at what it did to them. It sent a shockwave through.
Okay.
And look at how they came out versus the Packers and then how they played yesterday. What they're able to do with all the injuries and how bad the defense is and how Dak is he's lighting people up. That's just why. Do I believe he's playing better than Baker and all of it? No, I think Baker's playing better.
He is.
But what he has to deal with, what Shotty has to deal with, and what they're still able to do is just right now. This thing will change by midseason and further. I'm not saying they're going to win it.
Yeah.
Just where we sit right now. I just believe that Dak is the MVP with what he's had to work with. And then Shotty's the coach of the year with what he had to work. You know who I got right after that? Baker Mayfield and Todd Bowles. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're close too, but they just, what I said last week, I believe they have enough to make the playoffs. The defense will get better, but they can't lose the Chicagos. And I'm with Aqib. Their defense, man, but the rush is better than it is, and they'll improve. So, I don't take a lot from this, but it looks better.
So their former running back, Rico Dowdle, went off yesterday in Carolina. He was the backup and got thrown into the fire and went crazy, went over 200 yards. And he said after the game, and I quote, "I'm a violent runner. I'm looking forward to getting to the second level against them," Dallas. They've just got to buckle up. Okay, so he's basically calling them out, and I want to thank Rico Dowdle publicly for saying that because that's all we needed to get ready for a game that we will win at Carolina, even against him, because we're better than that. And he's going to see a front featuring Kenny Clark and Odigizua that is respectable, and he's not going to get 200 and whatever yards it was against the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm just thanking him publicly.
Yeah, Shotty, he rallying the troops right now. Just gotta keep it going.
Well, we'll find out this weekend. I do want to talk about Dillon Gabriel. I know the arena wants the Shador start, but Dillon Gabriel, he had his first regular season start, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not crazy numbers, but Gerald, how impressed were you with Dillon Gabriel?
I won't say impressed, but I thought he played well with all the circumstances. He got named the starter on Wednesday. As a rookie. They traveled to London on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And how much practice is he getting game plan wise as the number one when you have to travel? You played abroad, right? Keith, you played? I know we did because we traveled together. Have you played abroad? Have you played over?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot.
It's a lot that goes into that operation. So with everything he faced a defense that has given up 3 total touchdowns all year. He scored twice. They scored again, but it got called back.
That was a run.
It was a run, but they scored. That's what I'm saying. They scored on this defense.
I'm talking about the run game. Talk about Dillon.
He threw 2 touchdowns versus a defense that's only given up 3 total. So he threw 2 touchdowns, and he made some rookie mistakes. I felt like his coach could have put him in better position on that last drive. They ran 3 plays in 11 seconds. In that situation, why you run, and then try and throw a pass on 3rd and 11. But I thought he handled the game well with the circumstances. I wouldn't say impressed, but I thought he played well enough for the position he got put in. It's just one game, so it's hard to really pass judgment of what he's going to be moving forward. Let him get home, get another week under his belt, another game plan, and let's see what happens. But for the circumstances, I thought he played decent.
Yeah. It's a lot traveling internationally, traveling across the pond to go play. You get named the starter on Wednesday. You got 2 days of practice, 3 days of practice with a whole day of travel. I thought he looked better than average. He got some completions. I think that's what I saw in the preseason with him. Just taking those completions, attacking the middle of the field, all that short stuff. He's accurate on that. Can't push the ball down the field, or he hasn't shown it yet. But he did have them they were up 17-14 with 30 seconds left. So he put them in a position to win. And I see my man over here. I agree with you. Give him another week to start. Get him back at home. Get him in a rhythm. Give him a game plan. See what he can do.
Let's see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah. And then, if he doesn't perform, it's Shador time.
Yeah. Thank you.
I thought it was very, very conservative. It was a
to put it mild.
It was a bunch of quick throws to the running back to the flats, play action, tight ends to the flats. I mean, no downfield action at all. Like you say, he ain't pushed the ball.
One throw downfield. One.
Barely. I mean, it was 3 for 15 on third down. Took a few sacks. And then on that first drive, the first touchdown drive, it was one pass for 1 yard on the whole drive. It was all runs. It was one pass for 1 yard to play action, throw it to the flats again. Luckily, the flats was a touchdown this time.
What about the second touchdown?
All right, I'm going to get there. The 2-minute drive, he got a field goal. I thought that was his best drive. He threw the ball. He threw curls at least. It wasn't all to the flats. He threw curls. He threw a couple digs. He that was his best drive of the game.
Okay.
And to my point, 2-minute drill, you probably going to get a softer defense. Guys, trying not to give up a touchdown. We're going to kind of play it like 2 minutes. You get a softer, too high shell kind of defense, so it's easier to make those throws that he did make. On the second touchdown drive, he made one throw in the middle that was the touchdown. That was like 12, maybe 14 yards or something.
That wasn't a strike, though?
It was a damn strike. Man. It was one throw. Everything else was quick to the flats, bootleg high, throw it right to the flats. So, like I said, it was super conservative, man. It was their 10th straight game scoring under 20 points, and it just wasn't winning football. Like I'm not looking for okay. I'm looking for winning football from a quarterback. Who's gonna make that play to make us win this game? He ain't do that.
No.
A quarterback got to make that one play or 2 plays late in the game to make us win this game, like Bo did. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Bo did. You know?
Bo knows.
He gonna make you win this game.
Yeah.
Let me make a couple plays with my legs, with my arm, with whatever, to make us win this game. He didn't do that, man. I thought they ran the ball, and I thought they played defense good enough to win the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and they didn't fucking win the game.
That is true.
So I don't like it.
I concur.
They had a touchdown call back, but
They did.
That was running the ball.
Look, I'm not objective about this, but I know Dillon Gabriel's game. You watched him a lot at Oklahoma 2 years. He's pretty good, and that's it. He's pretty good. He's 5'11", got an average arm, but he really knows how to play. That was the best of Dillon Gabriel because Stefanski just put him in position not to lose. Just don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. The whole game was don't lose it.
Right.
And it's hard for me to watch because Shedeur is way better than Dillon Gabriel. He just is. If you give him the reins, if you give him a shot, the vets will all rally around him. They got a pretty good football team. They got a really good defense.
That defense.
A real good O-line, too.
Yeah, they do.
You know what got
Listen,
back? Hey, but shit, that's
Judkins
good.
is legit now. Judkins giving them pop because he got 110 yesterday. If you put Shedeur in there, which they won't do now, he'll get his next opportunity. I give you that.
He's probably going to get 4 games.
Yeah, he probably will. But look, trust me on this. If Shedeur had started from the start, game 1 against Cincinnati at home, they would be the talk of the NFL right now because I look at the fourth quarter yesterday. They go 0 for 4 on third down because Dillon was playing not to lose. Don't. His whole mantra is don't. I'm not. Don't throw it to them. Don't put it on the ground. And he did a great job of that. But you should have won the football game. You were in position to close the deal. But on one of those third downs, you have to try to make a play to win the football game. And trust me, no matter what Stefanski called, Shedeur would try to win the football game because it's how he was raised. You win the football game. You're going to make a play because you were born to make a play. You just got to give him the opportunity. So it just ripped me up watching this fourth quarter yesterday because they were in position to close the deal, but you have to close it. You can't play not to close it. Go, Gerald.
Quick question. So you said he's don't. Ain't that a big issue that NFL scouts had with Shedeur is holding the ball, not wanting to turn it over? Because he don't want to make a mistake, so he's holding it.
I know, but he's trying to make a splash play.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't grade him and say he's don't, and he's don't. Let me preface
No, they
this,
hold the ball for 2 different reasons.
But let me preface this. I believe that Shedeur.
Right.
I believe that Shedeur is better as well. I believe that he's just a better football player.
Just a better
I think he's a
player.
better football player.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. let's not grade it because we want to see Shador. Let's grade it fairly. That's all I'm saying.
I graded it fairly. Like,
you really want to? You said I want him to play bad so Shador could get.
I do, but
okay,
when I graded
so I can't listen.
Well,
to
when I graded it fairly. I woke up at 8:30 in the morning. I watched every damn snap of that shit.
You started last week with I want him to play bad.
I do.
So I can't.
What's wrong with that?
I get that.
What's wrong? I want him to play bad.
But I can't go off your grade with his.
But hey, some teachers might want this kid to do bad. But when he turned that test in, she just got to grade that motherfucker. It don't matter.
Like,
she might not like him because he got dreads or whatever. When he take that test, she just got to grade that test.
We can't be, because it's not Shador, we nitpicky.
We ain't nitpicky, though.
I do feel a little biased.
Come on, man.
Boys. They
I know it's biased.
Bro, he was 3 for 15 on third down.
I get that.
But it's his
he
first
one ball on the field all game.
We're saying one person is hold. He's just, I don't want to.
But they holding the ball for two totally different reasons, though. Shador holding it because he's trying to weave and get this bitch downfield.
Dylan didn't hold the ball yesterday.
No, he really didn't hold the ball.
He
just threw it away.
He threw that bitch to the flat instantly, every time.
Okay, but you think about the game plan. You played a lot of football. You play a lot of football.
The game plan.
The game plan was conservative, period.
It was. No.
Look at the final drive.
Yeah.
He ran 3 plays in 11 seconds when you can go ice this game.
In the third down, that's the biggest third of the game. He just throws it away without in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Kevin Stefanski, he called the game like that. So all I'm doing as a rookie, get the ball out of his hand, make sure you throw to him.
Every time it's a guy running to the flats, it's another level and it's a deep ball too. He ain't even thinking about them hoes. Get it to the flats right now.
No,
that's not winning football. But that's scary, fam. That was a scary game he played.
I understand
very conservative. If I look bad, they can push Shador in. Let me not look bad.
I'm with you.
Like, bro, that shit was trash.
Okay, and this is why last week, when y'all said what y'all said about the Cleveland Browns, this is why I was in total agreement. I said yesterday on NFL Network, this is the Cleveland Browns' fault. One, they keep putting the camera in Shador's face, which ain't fair, because like Aqib said, whether he say something, whether he talk or don't talk, it's going to be a problem. Right. But look at what they're doing to Dylan Gabriel. They're not even giving him a fair shot. I understand they're not giving Shador a fair shot, but they are handling both of these kids wrong.
How he get a fair shot?
No, listen, this is what I'm saying. They put a report out that at some point this year, Shador is going to play. This kid is a rookie as well. So you're putting out that at some point he's going to play. Look at the pressure he's under. If I don't do, because this guy's behind me. He can't even relax and play.
Bro, everybody's under pressure, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
If I ain't go to the NFL, I would have been back in the projects.
But that's
everybody.
But
everybody got pressure,
but
bro.
But you're grading him off of this.
Yeah.
Y'all grading him off of having 3 days to prepare for a London game.
Right. Well, that's why,
grade it fairly.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That's why he.
I believe Shador's better as well. But if we're going to grade, stop grading with bias.
Yeah.
Hey, he ain't played winning football, period.
I didn't say he did.
Well, that's what the grade was saying. That's what the grade said.
He was just
a damn D minus.
He said he
you
just
lost.
You're giving him a D minus?
Man, you lost the game, man. You don't get higher than a C if you lose the game.
He said he just was holding, he was playing not to, and this is the same thing that they've said about the other one. I believe that this one is better. I believe if they have I've said it over and over, if they have a real competition with the both amount of reps, with the same old line, with the same group, Shador is a better player.
Right.
But I'm saying let's grade without bias. Y'all want to see
all right,
Shador?
grading without bias. QBR for the game. Dylan Gabriel was a 38 on
He's a rookie after 3 days
that
of
QBR
practice.
don't lie, man.
Doesn't lie.
What are you giving him? Are you agreeing with the D minus?
Well, we can't. That's grading with bias.
I can't hear
That's saying, oh, he's a rookie with 3 days with practice, so we're going to grade it like this.
Y'all grading somebody off.
Take the name off of it, bro. Just look at the numbers. The stats say the QBR was a 38.
You're talking to Mr. Take the name off of it. I'm the one who took Sanders off his jersey.
But you're not taking Gabriel off his jersey.
Gabriel don't matter.
You is.
No, it don't.
You saying, bro, he's a rookie with 3 days.
I said he's a rookie. Did I say his name was Dylan Gabriel?
Bro?
Did I say his
starting quarterback for the Browns?
Did you hear me say his name was Dylan Gabriel? No. I said he's a rookie.
You said he's a rookie.
Grade him like a rookie.
But we're going to grade him like a starting
Don't grade him and
quarterback, bro.
Don't grade him and say, oh, he's a rookie because y'all want this guy in. Be fair.
But you grade him, well, he's a rookie with 3 days to prepare. Oh, well, let me give him a little leeway.
Okay, and what did everybody say?
Ain't no leeway,
What did everybody say? I don't want to see Shador as the number 2 because if he gets thrown in the game, it's not fair because he didn't get a game plan, right? Okay, why is that? Because you want it to be fair to give him time to develop a game plan that's for him. This kid got 3 days. 3 days. I said I wasn't impressed. Is that not what I said? Yes, I did. I said he played decent under the circumstances.
So he got a D-.
Give him some time.
What grade are you giving him? D- from Aqib.
I gave him a C.
C.
What's wrong with that? What's
D.
wrong with that?
D, not a D-, a D, okay?
C-.
C-.
He might have got a damn D,
Give him a
Richie.
chance.
Well, but
A C- is like a
We're grading
69.8.
because we want to see somebody else, not just
might
grade
get
the
him a
game.
fucking D.
he got completions, but I think
Grade the
what
game.
it boils down to is Dylan Gabriel is Stefanski's quarterback. Shedeur Sanders,
That is a fact.
Jimmy Haslam's quarterback.
That is a
right?
fact.
So
Yep.
it's going to be Shedeur time at some point this season. I
Yeah.
think Dylan,
And that's fine.
you got to roll with him one more time. But you look at Cleveland; they run the ball really well.
Right?
They play defense. That defense is nasty. I mean, those guys are flying around
Yep.
getting after the quarterback.
100%.
You know, they're set up. They thought that they could get by with Flacco for a few weeks. Flacco couldn't give them nothing.
Nothing.
Now, this is Stefanski's guy.
Right.
Let Dylan Gabriel roll.
I think he get 4 weeks.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Another couple,
But
another
I'm great.
couple
The
losses.
thing
Let
is,
Shedeur go. I want to see it.
For me, because you trying to figure this thing out. 4 weeks a lot. If he do what he just did, hey, what do we got to lose? Let's
I
see
give
what
him
the
1 or
other
2
one
more
can
games.
do.
Right, yeah.
That's
Give him
all
1
I'm
or 2
saying.
more
But at
games.
least grade
All right.
it like that.
Okay, I got a grade fair on the other quarterback because I'm not a Carson Wentz guy, but I got to give him an A+ for the fourth quarter yesterday
Right.
because
That should be
he
earned.
went 14 of 16 for 123 and the late touchdown.
On
A
that
dot.
defense.
A
On
dot.
That
A
defense.
dot.
Hey, quick question. Did you think there was a bust in cover 2?
Nope.
It
You
looked
like
like
just-
nobody
cause
took
they
him.
look like
No,
they
because
was
you know why they ran it? They worried about them quick flat throws.
Right.
And shit, it's just hard to play cover 2 in the red. That's why I never liked cover 2 in the red
red
zone.
zone.
It's just too hard.
The way that safety had to get over and the way he had, I'm
Like
like,
that
that's
hole
not,
right
I
there,
don't know
bro.
why I would have
The
called
safety
that, yeah.
can't get over there. He got it out of the middle of the field. By the time Ward turned, it was like, God damn, I can't get to that. And it was just a
But I
perfect
didn't know
dot.
if it was miscommunication because the way he looked at the safety. He was like, was you supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was covered.
Agreed.
But you're going to have that all day in cover 2 in the red
Yeah.
zone. Like, shit,
It was a
happened
good
too
drive
quick.
to win the game. It was a good drive to win.
Hey.
Well, let's talk about tonight's game. We got to get a little predictions for tonight. But I'm so excited for the Chiefs at Jaguars tonight. It's in Jacksonville. I wish I could be there, but if you guys are in Jacksonville tonight, know the best spot to get ticket deals, okay? Which I wanted to give a big shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. 35 million downloads. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app, and there's more than 70,000 events listed, including concerts, sports, and festivals. And the NFL is in full swing. We got MLB playoffs going on right now. NBA is around the corner. So, with Monday Night Football tonight, Richie, who wins and what is the score?
I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs have dominated the Jaguars. They've won their last 8 straight against them. Andy Reid's got some crazy record coming off 10 days rest like that. I think he's got like 8 or 10 wins.
Yeah.
KC's building momentum. You know, they got Xavier Worthy back, and he seemed to unlock the whole offense. So I think the Chiefs cruise tonight, even though I've been impressed with the Jaguars thus far, but I think the Chiefs have the edge 27-23.
Want to go?
I'll go. I like the Chiefs to protect that ball tonight, man. And that's how the Jags been winning games. They've been taking that ball away, turning them into points. So you protect that ball, you get a dub. Man, if I'm going to say anybody going to protect the ball, it's going to be Andy and Patty, you know what I'm saying? So I'm riding with the Chiefs. And they're not really they beat the shit out the Ravens, but they're not really a beat the shit out your team. They just win games. I say 27-17.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty significant.
Yeah, but
I got the same. I'm thinking the same as Aqib. They're going to protect the ball. If you watch the Jags, they've been taking the ball away. Is how they've been winning. Got momentum with Xavier Worthy back. I got the Chiefs 21-17.
Okay, a little
Really?
closer.
24-17, I say that.
Oh, you changed it? Okay. Pull it back a little bit.
Bring it down a little bit.
Are you going Chiefs or
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
Uh-oh.
I've been impressed, though, with the Jags. I've been impressed, but I don't think they pulled through.
All right, I'm going to do it again.
Are you doing this?
I was going to pick the Chiefs. I was going to, but when all four of you
Thank
go
you,
the other
Skip.
way, I'm going home team.
Okay.
I think Liam Cohen will see the light and play Travis both ways heavily this time. So I will go Jacksonville. I'll reverse my score. Trevor Lawrence has a big game. I'll go home team 27-24.
I think Spag's gonna trick Trevor Lawrence into doing something stupid.
Couple turnovers.
All right. Well, we are going to find out tonight, but I love using SeatGeek, okay? I was just at the Ryder Cup. I use, of course, SeatGeek, so go check it out. And so it has your back, okay? Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so it makes it easy for you so you know you're getting a good deal. So for the green dots, green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. So, of course, we have a code for you guys. So, Skip, what's that code?
Gridiron 10 in honor of Bo Nix. 10.
Oh!
Yeah.
So use that code, you get 10% off of tickets at SeatGeek. 10% off. So go support the crew. Use that code and make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. And we love you guys so much. We're going to be back on this couch tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. PST, 2:30 EST. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.